Y'all, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Let's do it. Our bottom line time. We going live right now. Let's get this camera straight early. How about that this morning? How about we get the camera straight early first instead of running over there? You know? How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC. That's right. I'm live. I am LIVE right now. Let's go. Our bottom line time. A little more open. That's what that is. Let's see if we can do it like that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think that's going to be the one for this morning, y'all. Make sure that we got this audio down on all these other devices so it don't start crashing on me. Matter of fact, hold on a minute. Hold up. Wait. All my hitters that be thinking we soft. Hold on, hold on. I see the camera and the monitor back there, so let me check this. Up, still? I'm here, y'all, just trying to get this camera straight. All right, I think I'm good now. That's gonna be it. Woo! Yeah, y'all. It's hot in here, and I'm not taking off none of my clothes. That's right, I keep on wearing suits no matter what. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. As long as you came here, y'all know what it is. Because you could have came anywhere, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Hope everybody is ready. We got a fully loaded clip today. We got a good show. And guess what? Trump claims Iran war ends soon. Is that true? What do you guys think? Do you think this war is going to be over soon, or do you think it's going to be long and drawn out? We're going to get to the comments. We got that and much, much more. Still going to double check the camera to make sure that we got good. We're good on the camera and on the video. Let me know how I'm sounding for sound over there in Battyland, and we're going to get this audio going back here too. What's going on? How you doing, Mark Dorfman, Jeffrey Spilker? I see. Who else we got up in here? We got Casey in the building. Ramon, hey, what's up? Ramona Miles. Okay, that's how you say that. Jeffrey Spilker, Liberty and Justice, Sam Champion. You up in here early today. Hope you're doing good. We looked out for you yesterday. Didn't see you. Thank you so much, Batty. Let me go ahead and get this straight over here though, because you know it starts off right now. Since we got the new situation over here, we don't got to worry about the audio too much. And guess what? We got some new introductions coming in. I'm just going to let a little more people come into the show so that we can start getting these things rolling. Got all the lights up. All the audio is good. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm going to take a sip of water because, yes, it's pretty warm in this one particular room, probably because of all the lights, of course. And yes, whoever's listening through via audio, audio. I noticed that you guys have been doing that too. I appreciate for you trying to chime in any way that you can. So let me just let you know, I'm going to be doing my best to stay, loud and clear so that you guys can hear me. Also, make sure that the show is sounding good as well. But we can't get anything right until we do what? Got to get those prayers in the air, you guys. I want to pray for good health. I want to pray for life. I want to pray for friendship. I want to pray for understanding, pray for community. Also, I want to pray for compassion. Let's pray for number one of everything, you guys. Let's pray for love and our animals. That's right. Any pets that you have, sanctuaries, all of you guys out there, thank you so much for chiming in. Want to pray for Sam Champion. We got Floor Diamonds in the building with Casey. I also see John Smith with Liberty and Justice. Mark Dorfman. Who else we got up in the building? Only in the Hood, 2243. We got Daniel up in the building. Also, I saw that we had Sam Champion. I already said that probably, but just making sure, just in case you're not here, Terry, want to pray for you also. Got to pray for Merck. Got to pray for Luigi. That's right. Can't forget about my brother Luigi. Don't say I don't think about you if you're not here. Or even if you pop in, still know that we got you. Also got to pray for everybody that's not feeling good this morning. I noticed that one of our new friends has just joined. He's in the hospital with their mom as she fell yesterday. Just want to make sure that we put a big prayer in the air right now to make sure that you're doing well and your mom is healing well. And we're going to hope that you guys get out of there as soon as possible, you guys. Let's get them out of there. Okay, we don't got that much time, so we're going to say amen. And guess what? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Come now, man. It's time. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. And I know you on today. I'm just waiting for you. You ready? Do 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 do. Okay. Ole. And we gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. Come on, y'all. We gotta open up those pores. It's March the 12th, y'all. 5 more days to my birthday. Open up those pores. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. 5 more days to my birthday. That's right. Open up those pores. We gotta open up those. I tell her, cut that ninja. Mustard. I told her, I don't know your name, but you heard my name. I don't know your name, girl, who you came, but you heard my name. Girl, what, heard you wanna be my main chick, my main chick. Cut whoever you came with, who you came with. I know your, oh no. I don't know your name, but you heard my name. I don't know your name, but you heard my name. Cut whoever you came with, who you came with. Oh, whoever you came with, who you came with. I tell her, cut that ninja. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. It's Thursday, March the 12th, and if pump that beat. It's the 12th, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. And we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right, y'all. I tell her, cut that ninja. I don't know your name, but you heard my name. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, because I am. Probably because I was woken up this morning by the highly exalted, by the numero uno, and I'm so thankful to be here. Another day with you guys on YouTube. On what show? Our Bottom Line, the #1 show on YouTube, especially when we over here doing it. #1 family, and the #1 co-host in the building. Give yourselves a round of applause if you don't mind. We are here to get it in this morning, you guys. Without any further ado, I'm getting right into it. I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack the videos right now, 5 videos at a time. I'm gonna stack that deck, 5 videos at a time. And what I want you guys to do, stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from, and let me know what time it is. And guess what? I have been really thorough in making sure that I follow up and see, hey, this person said that, this person said that, and I've been going there looking for the work, and we've been locating it. That's right, we going to some crazy places today. We're actually going to Switzerland. That's right, you guys. I told you we don't stay in one location. So if you heard it, Netherlands, Switzerland, Japan, Chicago, I don't care where it is, we go there, especially if the news is there. So I'm not going to hold up without any further ado, just to promise you guys that we go everywhere, especially if it makes sense. And I can't wait to get into the field where it's real, to start doing those one-on-one interviews. But Neither that said, neither now or never. We got to keep this show rolling. Like I said, it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. We got a lot to get into this morning. Trending topics, current events, much, much more. Grab your coffee, your tea, and whatever you need. And just so you guys know, we got a special package that we got in today, and we're going to introduce that in our health and wellness section. Let's keep it moving, you guys, because what do we have here? We're not going to wait. We're getting right into it. Let's get into these titles. That's right, you guys. Let's get right into it. We've got Trump claims that Iran war ends soon. Is that true? President Trump, he claims that the war will end soon. From the moves that they're making, from everything that's going on, I think he probably might be pretty close to being right about that. But then again, no one knows. You never know. It's just like an NBA basketball championship. When you get on the field and stuff starts to get real, that's when you know what's going down. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over here because what's this? We got a van that rams into the White House barricade. Secret Service responds. That's right. I think it was a Jeep, actually, not a van, but we'll correct that once we watch the clip. It's either a van or a Jeep that crashed into the barricades, didn't actually get through, but it seems like what? Second time, second official office, and second state. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got more to get into. Because last but not least, we got this dark one down here that's trying to crash out on us that says that the world dumps 400 million barrels of oil. Gas prices crash soon. Okay, let's not say the world. Let's just say that our government opened up the floodgates and opened up and let out, what was that, 400 million gallons of oil, which kind of leveled out the stock market a little bit and calmed down people for a while. But that's not so in other markets as far as retail, because it's still going to reflect and we're still going to feel it. We don't know how long this thing is going to go on, but we don't know. So we're just going to keep on moving forward with trending topics, current events, much, much more. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Let's get into it, you guys. It's time to get to work. I had enough. I said enough. Now it's time for me to give you what you came for. Trending topics, current events. Let's go straight into it with the president as he talks outside of the White House about when he's asked about what he needs to do in this situation. And what he really has to say is more of the same. Hope you guys are ready. Let's go. We got a lot to cover. Let's get it. Oh, he wearing a purple tie. Ah.
Day 11. And as you know, we're doing something that nobody ever thought was possible to do. Our military is the best. It's the most powerful in the world. And they're hitting them very hard. This is 47 years of abuse and killing lots of people, killing and maiming lots of people. What is it, Peter?
Mr. President, what more do you need to do militarily for this operation to end?
More of the same, and we'll see how that all comes out. Right now, they've lost their Navy, they've lost their Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft apparatus at all, they have no radar, their leaders are gone, and we could do a lot worse to one another. We're leaving certain things that if we take them out, and we could take them out by this afternoon, in fact, within an hour, they literally would never be able to build that country back.
A new report says that the military investigation has found that the United States struck the school in Iran. As Commander-in-Chief, you take responsibility for that.
That is what?
It has been documented that the United States has been responsible for what happened to the school. Do you, as the Commander-in-Chief, do you take responsibility for that?
As Commander-in-Chief, do you...
For what?
For the strike on the school in Iran. A new report says the military investigation has found it was the United States that struck the school.
I don't know about that.
Are you talking to the CEOs of various oil companies, encouraging them to use the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, I think they should. I think they should. I think they should use the Strait. In my opinion, look, we took out just about all of their mine ships in one night. We're up to boat number 60. I didn't realize they had that big a Navy. I would say it was big and ineffective. But every one of their ships, just about all of their Navy is gone. It's bottom of the sea.
Have they laid any mines in the Strait of Hormuz?
We don't think so.
Is Senator Thune listening to you when you say you want to pass the Save America Act He says there aren't the votes to do it right now. What's your response?
Well, he's got to be a leader, you know? If he's a leader, he's got to get him. It's the most popular bill I've ever seen put before Congress. And it's voter ID and it's voter. You have to be able to be a citizen to vote. It's called citizenship. And we're also adding in no men playing in women's sports, no transgender mutilization of our children, and no mail-in ballots, fake mail-in ballots.
We got much more right there. I know you guys are like, hey, he was still talking. You know why? Because he's going to be talking right here, too. We got much more to get into. It's not stopping. We got to keep on going. At other places, once he landed, after he took that flight, if you want to get it all in, all right? Do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up real early this morning. We're trying to reach 500 likes. We really appreciate it. We really would. And we think we deserve it, especially after the way we put down what we're about to put down. Got to get on over to Washington. Is live now where Trump speaks in Kentucky. He says that we're ready, winning, end the war, and the gas prices are coming down, and that this thing should be over pretty soon. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Like I said, we got it. Let's go.
Go, 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 Johnny, go.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna wait. We're gonna let him come on out. I can't play those songs. Okay, everybody. Y'all saw your boy almost got caught out there with Johnny Go Go Go. I'm not trying to get yacked for Johnny Go Go Go. That's not what we're going for right now. We're trying to get out and at least see the president first. I can't do it on that one either. Come on.
American patriots. Thank you. Still today.
All right, I gotta wait for the song because ain't no way you're gonna yak me. Nope. Nope.
God bless. Common in a landslide, we won by so much. We have the all-time record in this state. But it's great to be back.
Now you can tell it's the same day because it's the same tie. We're just moving along.
Back in this beautiful Commonwealth with so many proud, hardworking, unbelievable American patriots. Thank you. And we're here today with the men and women of a phenomenal company that has been helping Kentucky grow and prosper for 6 incredible decades. In other words, they've been here for a long time. Verst Logistics. Verst Logistics. Good company. Just met a lot of the people that run it. They're good people. They love you. They love you, actually. If they didn't, I wouldn't be here, probably. I don't think I'd be. If they didn't love you, I'd walk off this stage right now. With your help, this family-owned business has risen from a small trucking operation into a juggernaut of warehousing, packaging, one of the biggest, transportation, all these big labels they put on. But I'll tell you, America's favorite brands right here, and this has been an unbelievable group of people that built this wonderful company, and I want to thank them very much. It's an honor. And like the people of Kentucky, you do it with skill and precision and pride, using equipment stamped with those beautiful words, made in the USA. Do you remember? Made in the USA. We're putting it all over the place. And we're making more and more things in the USA, more than we ever had. More people are working today in the USA than at any time in the history of our country. And by the way, do we have a great military?
Yes, I told you we had a lot. Because speaking of military, what do we got to talk about over there? Yo, Bugatti, you said that. He said, yeah, they definitely did. But let's do a dignified transfer real quick because we never covered this. And I want to make sure that every single time we get a chance to show respect to any one of the fallen soldiers, whether it's out at war in combat or whether it's coming back, that we are showing our respects, whether it's 2 days later, 3 days later. I don't care. Just don't. I just know how it feels to see that flag when it's folded at the funeral and all of the people crying there. My family's got a couple of flags, to be honest with you. I think we got 3. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Overnight, Vice President J.D. Vance participated in the dignified transfer for Army Sergeant Benjamin Pennington. The 26-year-old from Kentucky was the 7th U.S. service member killed in the war with Iran. It comes as the U.S. and Israel hit hundreds of new targets across Iran. Dramatic video circulating online shows people racing to escape as missiles hit this military base outside Tehran. U.S. Central Command releasing new video of the strikes on missile launchers. It says the U.S. has now hit more than 5,000 targets and 50 Iranian vessels. But some key targets have been left standing for now.
We've left some of the most important targets for later: electricity production and many other things.
Iran overnight.
I mean, if this is true, I think they really should just give up, because it's like they just toying with you now. Like, we left that alone. Like, it's like they grabbing you by the head, letting you swing your arms like a little big brother. And I get everybody want to fight until the end, but why? I don't believe any more should be happening. It's too much already.
Refuting claims that its supply of missiles and missile launchers is dwindling. Iran continues to strike around the Persian Gulf. This video shows the United Arab Emirates shooting at Iranian drones. Qatar also intercepting new missile attacks. Strikes in Bahrain have killed at least one person. And now a new potential threat from Iran. U.S. officials say they've intercepted encrypted communications believed to have originated in Iran, which may serve as, quote...
I want to say Baddie's message before it leaves. I saw a beautiful tribute to the armed forces last night at a school concert. It highlighted family members of the staff and the students. That was dope. I like that. Probably had some nice images and all of that too. God bless all of the fallen soldiers, y'all.
An operational trigger for sleeper assets outside the country. Law enforcement expressing concern that sleeper cells deployed in the West could be used for retaliation.
Like the ones trying to do the Il's nicest stuff the other day, throwing the Bills noms and all this crazy stuff going on. See, all of these sleepers or people who think they call themselves sleepers, copycats, wannabes. You got to be careful out there, y'all. Just please.
President Trump says the partial shutdown of the Homeland Security Department because of a standoff in Congress is interfering with the U.S. response to those potential threats.
We know a lot about them, but the shutdown doesn't allow us to do what we have to do.
Meanwhile, the Trump administration is giving mixed messages on the timeline for the war. During an interview yesterday afternoon, President Trump said, quote, "I think the war is very complete, pretty much." But just an hour or so earlier, his Defense Department posted, "We have only just begun to fight, no mercy." Later in the day, Trump saying this.
I think you'll see it's going to be a short-term excursion.
But at the same news conference, the president suggested a longer timeline could be on the table.
We will not relent until the enemy is totally...
Hey, Frank, call me what you want, but when you say we need to take some of that military budget and use it to take better care of our veterans, how about we use some tariff money? How about we use some tariff money? We ain't got to mess with their budget. It's in the tariffs, right?
And decisively defeated. We've already won in many ways, but we haven't won enough. We go forward more determined than ever.
Trump also said he's now considering taking over the Strait of Hormuz, the shipping lane virtually closed by Iran, through which 20% of the world's oil supply travels.
Sad thing about that is going to require a lot more manpower, some money to keep people out there. And now, of course, 25% of the oil goes through there. Sad part about it is now we got to really make sure it's being taken care of, because you don't want an oil vessel going through there and next thing you know, you see a drone and then you know what's going to happen then. So that's why they're very precautious right now about even sending any oil through the straits right now.
Trump last night warning, quote, "If Iran does anything that stops the flow of oil within the Strait of Hormuz, they will be hit by the United States of America 20 times harder than they have been hit thus far." Despite the conflicting messages, stocks bounced back late yesterday, and oil prices came back down from wild highs. But gas prices in the U.S. overnight still averaging $3.48 per gallon. That's 50 cents higher than a week ago.
We're putting an end to all of this threat once and for all, and the result will be lower oil prices, oil and gas prices for American families.
The French are also sending warships to the region, which could help boost security for those oil tankers. Still, because of those high prices, UPS has added a weekly fuel surcharge, and shipping companies are starting to do the same. Overnight, Vice President...
What you talking about, Willis? I thought it was going to freeze him. What you talking about, Willis? Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go. We got to get over, because now Centcom. A little more bragging going on. Yeah, it was kind of funny. What's that, Agent Smith? Oh, boy, Agent Smith. Centcom. They says that the Iranian missiles, the military, are being totally dismantled. You guys saw it already in a little bit of the video clips that we showed you earlier. I'm not trying to show off or anything. I just really think that they need to just call it quits. And if this is not true, or if they're really waiting over there, I don't know how many people they're going to have waiting if this keeps on going on. This war really needs to end very soon, and it's not a game. It's a lot of people that's losing their lives, and there's a lot of innocent victims like children, women, and elderly people, as far as men too, losing their lives because of this.
The U.S. military showcasing precision and power in the Middle East is taking action against Iranian Navy ships in the Strait of Hormuz in order to keep those shipping lanes open for oil and other cargo. As we get a new update from Centcom on Operation Epic Fury. Good morning, I'm Dana Perino.
This is what you call doing them dirty. Like, they doing them, man.
Bill Hemmer is off today. Hello, great to have you again.
Good morning and good to be with you once again.
Thank you.
I'm Bill Malugin. This is America's Newsroom. All of this coming as CENTCOM obliterates 16 Iranian mine-laying boats in the Strait of Hormuz. This is putting the focus on a critical waterway where 20% of the world's oil passes through. This display of American firepower coming after President Trump warned the Islamic Republic against planting explosives along the key trade route for energy supplies. In the meantime, Israeli forces also continuing their operations. They've launched a new wave of intense airstrikes on Beirut and Tehran.
And as the campaign unfolds, CENTCOM just moments ago given a sense of the sheer scale of Operation Epic Fury and how it's diminishing Iran's military.
Yeah, but what is it doing? What is it doing to the people? What is it doing to the children and the families? What about that? I understand the military.
Did your teenager develop depression?
I understand the military, but what's going on with the urban, the people?
Every day, we're striking hard at Iranian ballistic missile and drones. To date, we have struck more than 5,500 targets inside Iran, including more than 60 ships, using a variety of precision weapon systems. Just yesterday, we had strike waves nearly every hour from different locations and directions going into Iran. We also took out the last of 4 Soleimani-class warships. That's an entire class of Iranian ships now out of the fight. I'd characterize our strikes as being unpredictable, dynamic, and decisive.
Wow.
Since the first 24 hours of this campaign, Iranian ballistic missile and drone attacks have dropped drastically. But it's worth pointing out that Iranian forces continue to deliberately target innocent civilians in Gulf countries while hiding behind their own people as they launch attacks from highly populated cities in Iran. We are methodically dismantling them by hitting Iranian missiles and drones as we also strike their defense industrial base. Just last night, our bomber force hit a large ballistic missile manufacturing facility as an example. So it's not just about what's shooting at us today, it's also about eliminating the threat in the future.
All right, you guys, like I said, the campaign is like what he calls it, like from coming in from CENTCOM, basically makes it look as if this may be something that should be over soon. I agree with you guys in the comments. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah, we got to get on over to the White House with the breaking news that we had put up on the thumbnail there, where the Secret Service responded after the barricade was nearly broken through right in the front. Let's see, was that a van or was it a Jeep? I don't know exactly which one was it. I'm leaning more towards the Jeep. I don't know. We're going to see. They said authorities are on the scene after a vehicle crashes into a barricade near the White House. I think we got something here with some audio, don't we? I think we got a man that was taken in custody from this.
I'm near the White House, where a man crashed his vehicle through this security barricade around 6:30 a.m.
More like an SUV, sports utility vehicle.
Wednesday morning, Secret Service said the man was immediately detained after the crash happened. A police bomb squad was also called and checked out the vehicle and determined that the scene was safe. You can see most of the security perimeter fencing was left untouched. The only part that was bent out of shape was a gate just on the inside of this street entrance. Now, earlier, police had closed off all of H Street north of the White House complex to traffic, but that has since reopened. Pedestrians are also walking by, reporters and tourists are entering the White House complex, and police are still questioning the suspect. No criminal charges have been made, and we're still waiting to hear on a motive.
Okay, all right. Was he angry? Did he fall asleep? Was it something like that? We'll never know. Yes, we will, because you know I'm going to follow up on it. Keep this, let me keep it moving, you guys, and do your boy a favor, because that was the 5 on it. I want to see what you guys have to say about what we dropped already. Also, do me a favor, let's go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Gets more people over here to see our show and to see what we got going on. How, Bugatti? You tap that screen. YouTube sees it. Goes and takes that thumbnail, puts it up. Other people, hey, click, click. Then they, in the comments, you see what's going on over here. And I got it from there. Our bottom line, our show, trending topics, current events, and we're going to get them going. We got much, much more now. Let's get back over to Washington, a little bit further from where we just left right now. We got Chuck Schumer talking about Donald Trump. Says he doesn't really believe in democracy. He also says, what's that? The SAVE Act. Oh, they're really pushing back about the SAVE Act. Chuck Schumer says Donald Trump doesn't really care about democracy, and he has a lot to say about the SAVE Act. And they put a couple of clauses in there that he's pushing back about.
On the SAVE Act, Donald Trump has given Republicans in Congress a ridiculous ultimatum. Help him thoroughly undermine our democracy, or he will bring all legislation to a screeching halt. What kind of president is this? Sounds like a pouting second grader. Even though it's clear that the SAVE Act has little chance of becoming law, Donald Trump is still hell-bent on getting Republicans to ram this bill through the chamber because he thinks undermining the vote is the only prayer Republicans have in the midterms. Isn't that pathetic?
I'll be saying everything that you guys want to say. Starting from here.
Republicans think they're doing so bad that they must undermine democracy and prevent tens of millions of Americans from voting?
Isn't that what you guys tried to do by stacking the deck and opening up the borders and letting people in? And no, I'm not a Republican, but I call it like I see it.
Donald Trump has said it himself. He said if Republicans can pass the SAVE Act, it'll guarantee the midterms. Let me read that again.
Probably guarantee a fair election is what he's trying to say, and have less chance of people that are not supposed to be voting vote, and then you get the right amount of numbers from legal people that are supposed to be here. But go ahead.
Donald Trump says if Republicans pass the SAVE Act, it'll guarantee the midterms. This is outrageous. Undermine democracy? Prevent people from voting in a democracy, and that's the only way you can win? That's not democracy, Donald.
How's somebody going to be prevented because you asked them for identification? What's the problem, Chuck? What the Chuck? What's going on with you?
Trump? That's autocracy. Letting you or Doge or Musk pick who's taken off the rolls and not even notifying them when they show up to vote and they say you're no longer on the rolls, you're purged. That's not democracy. But Donald Trump doesn't believe in democracy. He sees he's losing the election because he's not dealing with the issues Democrats are pounding away on: cost, corruption, chaos.
Might be losing positions in different seats around the nation, but as far as election, he has no chance of running for office again. So you might want to try to figure that out again and come back with that. We're going to just say, heel up, wheel up, bring it back, come rewind, Chuck, on that one right there, Chuck.
So he says, let's undermine democracy. Let's kick millions off the voter rolls, make millions that we choose.
Millions of people that are not supposed to be on there first. I wouldn't mind showing my ID. I'm going to be the first one to say that. I would love to show my identification. I feel more important.
It's outrageous. The SAVE Act is nothing more than Jim Crow. It could disenfranchise millions of American citizens. American citizens. We're not talking about immigrants. We're talking about American citizens that are going to be kicked off the rolls.
How if they got identification and they American citizens, Chuck? Please explain that part. You said one part, but say the other side. Make it make sense.
Lots of them.
How?
It'll make it far harder for people to register to vote. It'll take away vote by mail. It'll eliminate online registration.
It's going to be harder to register to vote because they ain't got no damn ID. Come on, Chuck.
Registration. All of these tried and true and safe ways to participate in democracy, but Trump wants to take them away.
Yo, Chuck, man, I don't agree with nothing that you got to say today, man. A lot of times, you was cool, Chuck. I don't know what happened to you. I mean, I used to really like Chuck. Maybe I don't know. I used to like him maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, but a lot of stuff that he's saying right now, I personally don't agree with. And you guys, you know how we move over here. You do not at all have to agree with what I'm saying. That's my opinion right there. You guys don't have to agree with me. That's why we come over here and why we do this show. Because you don't have to agree with Bugatti. You can say what you want in the comments, whatever. But if you do, let me get that peace sign up in the air, because you know I wasn't playing with Chuck just now. I wish I would have been there like, yo, but Chuck, hold on a minute. Ra-ta-ta, rap-up, bow. He'd have been like, yo, what the? Exactly. Stop playing with me, Chuck. And stop with the Jim Crow. No, don't come with that Jim Crow stuff, because you're talking to the wrong one. Matter of fact, the right one. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it, because now we got to get on over to CNN, as they were torched over a now deleted post about the New York City era suspect. Come on now, what was that? Ugh. Ugh, what was that? Let's keep going.
And facing backlash over a now deleted post about the 2 New York City terror suspects who threw those IEDs outside a Gracie mansion. Here's the original post. CNN writing, quote, 2 Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day, enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's their first line. But in less than an hour, their lives would drastically change, as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside of Mayor Zoran Mamdani's home. But after facing fierce criticism, CNN put out a statement saying the post, quote, failed to reflect the gravity of the incident, thereby breaching the editorial standards we require for all our reporting. Here to react, Fox News contributor and Washington Examiner senior writer Joe Concha. Joe, how does someone who has managed to get a job at the national news level, you know, understanding what the lead of a story is and what's the supplemental information in a story, ever think to write that story like it's a feature in the travel section?
Great question and great framing there, Todd. Not only did they bury the lead, they put it like 10 feet under, picked it up and buried it again. I mean, this is not something that you could take seriously in any way, shape, or form. I mean, imagine if CNN covering the Pearl Harbor attacks of 1941, it would sound something like this. You know, 2 Japanese sailors were in the Pacific in search of mermaids, like in that Tom Hanks movie Splash, when suddenly they stumbled upon this thing called Hawaii and the U.S. military port called Pearl Harbor, when suddenly they were unwittingly engaged in these attacks on U.S. naval operations. It's really no different in terms of what we're seeing here, what happened in New York over the weekend. If these IEDs went off, Todd, it would be like the Boston bombing all over again.
Tried to start off like a fairy tale story on the way to the park. Then boom, they threw the Bills norms at unarmed protesters. Right. Then we got the SAVE Act has unconstitutional poll taxes that Americans should have to reprove. Okay, their voting qualifications by purchasing the new IDs, passports, etc. Okay, please break it down in layman's terms for people like us. Thank you so much. I'd appreciate it. Not Splash, praying for yours and everyone's safety in New York City. Thank you so much. And then Mamdani blamed it on the white supremacy. The problem was always the divided populations. Your only power is to devote. Yeah, you know what I'm worried about also? I can't say all you guys' comments. I would like for you guys to now do me a favor. It's the big deal and I appreciate it. I'd like for you to actually have a glove, or please do a super chat. It's just too many people at this point. If you don't mind, if you don't have a glove or super chat, you can still make your comments and talk to each other, but it's just hard for me to say everything, guys, please. So sorry about that. Let's keep on moving forward right here to get the rest of this, and let's go.
More than a decade ago, and remember what happened there. A 10-year-old boy was blown up, 3 people were killed, 500 injured. Look, these suspects are Islamic extremists who sought to take out and maim Americans that they disagreed with. And the mayor, Zoran Mamdani, like we just heard from our last guest, in his statements afterwards, prioritized the protesters who were protesting against him, or at least, you know, against these people that were really upset that the Ayatollah was blown up. He actually prioritized talking about them over the terrorist who tried to kill them. So
it's actually happening now, exactly right now. We got so many people that are over in different countries. I'm gonna say it. They're like so happy that this person is gone. And the sad part about it is not only did they replace him, but they didn't do anything but replace him with his own son. So it's like womp, womp, womp. It's a really sad situation. And over here, we got to be careful too. Think about this. I just thought about it. St. Patrick's Day parade. Wouldn't that be somewhere where they might think to, you know what I mean? Got to be very careful, you guys. So now I'm over here looking at somebody like, oh, be careful in New York. And then I'm saying to myself, you're right, because it happens so very close. You never know what to look out for. Crazy out here, you guys. So I'm going to pray for all of us. You guys do me a favor, and I'd appreciate it if you could pray for me. Not like Meek Mills, but I mean it. Please pray for me. I need the prayer, because prayer, especially when it's a lot of people, it really helps out and it really makes a difference. I really would appreciate it. So keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we're going to keep on going to this Trump situation here where he celebrates a giant win after, guess what, you guys? You know what? I'm not mad. I'm actually really happy right now. They're taking a real a champion's run around the circle right now. For what? That's right, birthright citizenship, the ruling. I have to say, I'm happy about all of these wins. And what do you think about them? I really, really would like to know. What do you think about this NFL draft is coming up? That's the target. You're right about that. Thank you, praying for Bugatti, liberty, and justice. Really appreciate you. Yeah, it makes a lot of difference, you guys. There's power in prayer. I'm telling you, it's like a shield. That's why I always make sure I just do it right then and there, because at least you get it out and you know it's out there, and like the aura of it can start to actually make something happen. The message has been sent out. Let this message be heard. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I want you guys to see what we have coming up. I told you we had a lot to get into, and we have a good message right here. And I'm going to tell you guys why I am not a Democrat. Because if you have a policy that you're strongly about that I don't believe in, I can't be a part of the party. Because one part of something that I don't believe in, it might be the whole overall thing that I don't like. So I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes down to the trans, when it comes down to the gays, when it comes down to any sort of literature in schools, anything that has to do with, chop, 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 when it comes down to a child that doesn't even know how to finalize and do the times tables chart yet. I just don't think that certain things like that should be right. So I just chose to stay away from that party, chose to stay away from this party for another thing, chose to, so I just pick randomly. How about that? That's the way I do it, to be honest with you. You think I'm one party, but when I get in there, total different situation going on. Put it like that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you to see what some of the things that I actually do approve of the Republicans. And yes, there are some parts of the Democrats that I actually approve of too. Independents as well. Human beings is what I approve of. How about that? Let's put it like that.
Executive branch, the Supreme Court has stopped the presidency itself. That's what they've done. And really, it's been an amazing period of time this last hour. There are people elated all over the country. I've seen such happiness and spirit. Sometimes you don't see that, but this case is very important. I was elected on a historic mandate, but in recent months we've seen a handful of radical left judges effectively try to overrule the rightful powers of the president to stop the American people from getting the policies that they voted for in record numbers. It was a grave threat to democracy, frankly, and instead of merely ruling on the immediate cases before them, these judges have attempted to dictate the law for the entire nation. In practice, this meant that if any one of the nearly 700 federal judges disagreed with the policy of a duly elected president of the United States, he or she could block that policy from going into effect, or at least delay it for many years. Tied up
like Judge Bozeman was able to block a lot of things that he was trying to get through. Then you had this other judge that was all the way down in somewhere that they don't even know, just trying to block. Yeah, they can't do that no more. Knock on your block.
In the court system, this was a colossal abuse of power which never occurred in American history prior to recent decades. And we've been hit with more nationwide injunctions than were issued in the entire 20th century together. Think of it, more than the entire 20th century. I'm grateful to the Supreme Court for stepping in and solving this very, very big and complex problem, and they've made it very simple.
Let's see how many likes we can get up today, you guys, on me. Come on now, let's see how many likes you can get up. I really appreciate it, because what that does is gets more people over here. So double tap that screen. Come on now. If you haven't subscribed yet, we're right there to get into 70,000 subscribers. And then we're going to keep on chugging on to get to the 100, then the million, and then 2, 3. We're going to keep on moving. We do this every single day. So you might as well go ahead and subscribe, become a member, because we're going to be here. Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's go.
I want to thank Justice Barrett, who wrote the opinion brilliantly, as well as Chief Justice Roberts, and Justices Alito, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Thomas. Great people. Thanks for this decision, and thanks to this decision.
We're going to be here for a while, by the way.
We can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation. This was, in fact, it was the same date, the exact same date, the end of the Civil War. It was meant for the babies of slaves, and it's so clean and so obvious.
I once saw a video of somebody in another country saying that they want to fly to the United States and have their baby because that'll make them be able to stay. Ain't that crazy?
But this lets us go there and finally win that case, because hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves. So thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with these numerous policies and those that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, including birthright citizenship, ending sanctuary city funding, suspending refugee resettlement, freezing unnecessary funding, stopping federal taxpayers from paying for transgender surgeries, and numerous other priorities of the American people. We have so many of them. I have a whole list. I'm not going to bore you, and we have so many others that worked on this case and other cases, and I think they're doing a great job. Pam, please say a few words.
Nice and clear, and just knock it all down real quick.
If it is invalid, we promise a tenfold refund.
Go ahead and knock it all down real quick, Pam. Let us know what's going on, and then we out of here. Let's go.
Thank you, President Trump. Thank you for fighting for all Americans. Americans are finally getting what they voted for. No longer will we have rogue judges striking down President Trump's policies across the entire nation. No longer. Today, in the 6-3 opinion, Justice Barrett correctly holds that the district court lacks authority to enter nationwide or universal injunctions. These lawless injunctions gave relief to everyone in the world instead of the parties before the court. As the Supreme Court held today, they turned district courts into the imperial judiciary. Active liberal judges have used these injunctions to block virtually all of President Trump's policies. To put this in perspective, there are 94 federal judicial districts. 5 of those districts throughout this country held 35 of the nationwide injunctions. Think about that, 94 districts, and 35 out of the 40 opinions with nationwide injunctions came from 5 liberal districts in this country. Thank you.
Thank you. Today's a great day for the rule of law. It's a great day for the Justice Department, and it's one that's been a long time coming, and one that every American should have been waiting for with bated breath. And so I echo what the President said, and Attorney General Bondi, that the Supreme Court did a great thing today, not only for this administration, but for every American in this country. If not for the injunctions case, we would be here talking about another great decision that came down today, the trans books case, which
restores parents' rights to decide their child's education. Seems like a basic idea, but it took the Supreme Court to set the record straight, and we thank them for that. And now that ruling allows parents to opt out of dangerous trans ideology and make the decisions for their children that they believe is correct. And so we thank the Supreme Court for that. There's been multiple decisions over the past several weeks that just show why this nationwide injunction ban had to happen. For example, what I mean by that is local district court judges issuing decisions that are clearly contrary to law just because they don't like the policy of President Trump. And when it gets to the Supreme Court has to correct it. But that takes time. The Attorney General thanked our lawyers, and I'll do it again. Our lawyers are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to fight these injunctions and do emergency appeals, emergency stays, going back to the district court judge, asking them to change their view. And so their hard work is really paying off today, but over the past few weeks. We had a stay of an order that prevented DHS from moving aliens to a third country. We had a stay of an order that stopped the Department of Defense from implementing military readiness, the EO that President Trump signed. We had another stay of an order forcing reinstatement of fired executive branch employees entirely within the president and Article 2, his right to do.
Okay, yeah, thank you for all of those stays. Wanted you to say the main one that we was talking about is all of that literature and everything that had to do with the educational part. That means that you guys cannot just start teaching kids anything, having them up in there, them trans up in there with them little tight things on or whatever, sashaying in front of kindergartners. Can't do it no more. Can't do it no more. Thank you so much, and thank God for the day. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy for that part. Just that part. That's all I care about. And that's how I think about politics. That's how I think about it with politics. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I gotta say New York, and if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, because living here is real, especially if you're in Queens. We got this accused power of the trial of the murderer, NYPD detective. That's right, you guys, this is the second day he's going to trial. We're going to see what's going on with this. We had a lot of police presence the other day when he went to trial. I think his name is Guy something. Let's go.
Well, the trial for the man accused of killing NYPD.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
D Detective Jonathan Diller is now underway.
Suspect Guy Rivera is facing life in prison, and Briella Tomasetti joins us now with more details on what was just a very intense day yesterday in court. Briella, what's the latest today?
Intense, emotional, those are just a couple of words to explain the situation inside the courtroom yesterday, and that will continue. Feelings very, very strong in Queens right now as that trial proceeds into its second day. A sea of blue, though, yesterday filled the Queens courtroom, and officers spilled out into the hallway as prosecutors laid out a graphic description of the murder. Harrowing body camera footage of NYPD officer Jonathan Diller's very last moments was shown to the jury when testimony began. Prosecutors say Officer Diller and his partner pulled over a car illegally parked outside a cell phone store in Far Rockaway in March 2024 with suspicions that the two men inside the vehicle were planning to rob it. They allege Guy Rivera, the front seat passenger, pointed his gun directly at Diller before intentionally opening fire, maintaining that evidence presented at trial will prove his intent. At that moment, Diller's grieving widow, Stephanie, who is now a single mother to the couple's 3-year-old son, Ryan, broke down in tears. She left the courtroom at least twice during yesterday's proceedings. Rivera, who has 21 prior arrests, was dressed in an orange shirt and tie, showing little emotion as prosecutors outlined their case against him. He's accused of first and second-degree murder, attempted murder of another police officer, and weapons possession. The police union, the PBA, wants him locked up for good.
No matter what nonsense the defense comes up with here, the facts are clear. This individual is a cold,
good morning, guys. Good morning.
Killer who intended to kill our hero police officer in full uniform. He should be behind those bars for the rest of his life.
And speaking of the defense's argument, defense attorney Erin Darcy told the jury that her client discharged his weapon unintentionally during a struggle with police trying to take him into custody, and says the body camera footage will exonerate him. The first witness called by prosecutors was former NYPD officer Stephen Mihalik, who now works for Suffolk County Police. He responded to the scene after getting a call for an officer needing assistance and rushed Diller to Jamaica Hospital Medical Center in the backseat of his car. Officer Diller was pronounced dead later that day and posthumously promoted to first-grade detective. Rivera
Man, let me see what they are. What else?
Faces life in prison without parole if convicted on the top charges. Diller's partner, Sergeant Sasha Rosen, a nearly 25-year veteran of the NYPD, is expected to take the stand today as a key prosecution witness. Dana.
Terrible situation right there, you guys. Family man, had kids and all. You want to pow out the window because you're about to get arrested because you got some stupid warrant or something like that, right? And these are the same people that be in the hood like, yo, free little such and such. Man, don't free that fool. Look at what he doing when he out here. Thank you so much, Malcolm Alvarado, for the $9.99 super chat. Quality show. Really appreciate the compliment, and thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Everybody, show Malcolm some love for $9.99 super chat. Ain't nobody else doing it. We appreciate you, Malcolm. Thank you so much. We got much more to go to. And sometimes I'm always saying to myself, if I can't find content, the best place to go is where? You guys already know, especially if you want it to be controversial. So all I'm going to say is, shine bright like a diamond. Yeah. Shine bright like a diamond. And I hope she's shining bright like a diamond right now with her entire family as well as her children. Hope everybody's calm after the crazy situation that happened to Rihanna with this woman who's been charged now with attempted murder in the pow-powing of her home. You guys remember the Florida woman that drove up acting kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Next thing you know, she pulls out the AR and rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, yeah, in front of Rihanna's house.
The Florida woman accused of shooting at Rihanna's home remains behind bars this morning, facing an attempted murder charge.
Gigi Graciette is live in Beverly Crest now with the latest developments on this case. Gigi.
Good morning. Yes, we're learning much more from the district attorney after Ivana Ortiz was in court yesterday. Take a look. The judge did not allow media to record or show her images, but the 35-year-old from Orlando, Florida, seen here in several mugshots from previous arrests.
Do your boy a favor. I really would appreciate it. Yes, Miami representing strong up in here. Y'all know how it is. But can you do your boy a favor? I really would appreciate it. Trying to get up to 500 likes or more. If you appreciate the show, really appreciate that, you guys. Let's double tap that screen. It gets the likes up. Also, you see that bell down there? Hit that bell down there. It lets you know what we got going on. Loving the show every morning. Thank you so much, Crystal Frost. We appreciate you. Stick around for the health and wellness section. It's going to be phenomenal today. I'm going to try to go quicker. Everybody, thank Crystal Frost 9868 for the $4.99 super chat. She ain't really have to give me jack, to be honest with you. Thank you so much. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Let's go.
Related to domestic violence in Florida has now been formally charged.
So now she been beating people up out in Florida, talking about charges related to domestic. Oh yeah, DV, that's what you've been doing out there? Oh yeah, she beating up her own boyfriend.
From previous arrests related to domestic violence in Florida has now been formally charged after police say she opened fire on the home of Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Prosecutors filing 1 count of attempted murder along with 10 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 3 felony counts of shooting at inhabited dwellings in addition to gun enhancements. LAPD had presented a case of 10 counts of attempted murder, but the district attorney chose to charge her instead with only 1 count, along with 10 counts of assault as the more appropriate charges. And take a look.
Yeah, because you know it's going to stick now. You don't want to do the 10 attempts because you actually reaching. Let's do 1 attempt. I mean, let's do 1 attempt with 5 attempts because it makes more sense. And that's how many people were in the dwelling, right? As well as 10 bullet holes that she let off. In somebody's gate, no matter who you are, how crazy you are, what's wrong with these people nowadays, y'all? Can y'all tell me what's going on with them? Are they singing people's songs and getting demented and just driving thousands of miles to come do stupid stuff to people? I don't get it.
at this because the DA confirmed that at least 2 of the bullets fired at Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's home hit an Airstream Taylor that was parked outside the home, but behind the home's gate.
Meanwhile, these people got kids, grandmothers, and nannies. They ain't doing nothing in the house. What's wrong with y'all? Kids trying to come down. Oh, man, ooh, Lord, you lucky I ain't the type of, oh, yeah, let me be doing some security that day. We was trying to protect ourselves. Yeah, she caught one. Yeah, she wouldn't have been around. I'm sorry. Messing around with people's family like that.
The district attorney confirming that both Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were inside the Airstream at the time of the
Then they got the little baby in the car seat. So there's 3 of them.
shooting. Certainly a close call for both of them. While inside the home, the couple's 3 children, along with Rihanna's mother and 2 staff members, prosecutors also said that they're continuing to review online social media posts made by Ortiz in which she references Rihanna multiple times.
I'm fighting with the devil himself. And that's why you got Rihanna over there all jealous. Because how am I, because her faith is the devil. Rihanna's faith is the devil, okay? I don't like her, and she's always trying to steal from me.
Now, even though Ortiz mentioned other celebrities in her online videos, like Cardi B, for example, the prosecutor, the district attorney, said that there's no indication she had plans to hurt anyone else. A protective order was also issued by the judge. Should Ortiz make her new bail, which has been set at $1.875 million, that's down from the original $10 million that LAPD had asked for. She has been ordered to stay away from Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, any of their homes or work locations, and also that Beverly Crest neighborhood where the shooting happened. I'm Gigi Graciette reporting live. I'm going to send it back to you now.
Homegirl, I think she a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Talking about Rihanna and stole something from her. What? That looking like you from, what's that Monsters Ball wig you got on your head over there? Come on, homegirl. Definitely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm so happy that the family's okay right now, and I'm so happy that they got over this. And I want to pray for the family as well as Rihanna, as well as A$AP Rocky. Boy, made it all the way to Harlem. Got him a baddie, a billionaire. Come on now. Show some love for your family. Show some love for the kids. And thank the Lord that no one got hurt. I don't care what building it was, the other homes, because those bullets went into other homes as well, you guys. Oh, man. That's right, you guys. They went into somebody else's house right on the edge of the roof. It could have went through the window, man. It could have went through the wall because it's an AR. Trust me, I'm serious about that. That's pretty crazy right there. She's crazy. We're going to keep on following up with this story. You guys, you never know if somebody out there looking for you. Yo, you owe me this. I don't even know who the hell you are. I remember one time, my godmother, we used to live downtown where all of the daytime soap operas, or all the daytime soap people used to be from. Like All My Children. And yeah, I'm about to hit y'all in the head. All My Children. Another World. I'm really going back on y'all on this one. All My Children, Another World. I even remember the I used to remember all that. All of this is because of my grandmother. But let me tell you about my grandmother. She had a friend named Hattie, right? Hattie used to always be rolling down the street, sipping on gin and juice. You know what I'm talking about. Always got this one friend. It's always a little tipsy. Hattie lived down there on like 84th Street by all of the famous actors. So you meet this lady, she would see them outside and be like, I don't like the way you doing, Erica. You're doing it wrong. What's wrong with you? You got a good woman over. I'm talking about, she's talking to them as they're in character because she's outside and she's just lit. And they're looking at her like, you know what? We're just gonna let you could just tell they're like, you know what, something's up with her. She seems really sweet. We're just gonna let her roll on with it. And they start actually playing back to her in character. Man, when I saw that going down, I thought that was some of the funniest I ever seen in my life. I might actually do a Aunt Hattie skit just for the HNIC of it. Let's keep on moving forward now because I got to bring the tone to something sad right now. Got to get on over to Switzerland. Cursors, actually. We got somebody that lost their lives on a bus fire as the police investigate a possible deliberate act. Man, she used to be like, I told you shouldn't be treating Erica like that. It was, Luke and Laura. Oh my God, if anybody knew about Luke, Laura, Luke, Laura. ooh, you know, you're like, yo, how the hell does he remember this stuff? Because of her, she made me watch this stuff. Yes, you couldn't turn the TV, grandma TV back in the day. Stop playing with me. You're gonna be watching Fantasy Island. You're gonna be watching Wheel of Fortune, all kind of stuff that you don't want to watch, or you're not gonna watch TV at all. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Big shout out to Grandma Minnie. I love you to death because you know what? Made me who I am today. Let's keep on going, you guys. Salute to Grandma Minnie. I love you. I wish she was still here. Several dead after Swiss bus caught on fire. We're going over to Switzerland. I told you we go everywhere. Switzerland out this mug. So he's trying to cover up the damage and what happened because, yeah, it's pretty nasty. I don't have any audio on this situation. The fact that we had the behind the scenes, I thought it was really good. And the fact that they're cutting everything off over there, blocking everything off. As soon as I do get some more information on what's going on in Switzerland as to this bus situation where they say that Switzerland cursors, people have been killed, Swiss bus fire, as police investigate the possible deliberate act. This is a deliberate act that they're claiming is going on here. Yeah, so that's on the scene as it's happening. Once we get some more information, yeah, we're going to act like it's hot chocolate, put it in the pack, mix it up, and give it to somebody else. Because, you know, we ain't supposed to be drinking that crap. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Washington. Breaking news. James Comer details the Jeffrey Epstein accountant. Ooh, remember when they was going for the accountant when it came down to the untouchables? Because the accountant knows everything, right? Y'all not going to believe this one right here. Y'all not going to believe this, and I'm not even going to pull any punches. Jeffrey Epstein's accountant, still working, still doing his thing as Jeffrey Epstein's accountant. You would think, why? You would think, well, isn't he, gone? Comes back to our theory all over again, guys. I don't know. It's always a possibility of something being going on somewhere. I'm just going to say it right now. Is it a possibility that Jeffrey Epstein's possibly still alive? I mean, the accountant did come in finally as he was forced to. And we got some breaking news from James Comer as they detail the Jeffrey Epstein's accountant. And he still has an entity set up and it seems to be still going on. This man has 60 businesses still LLC'd out there. I got a couple. You know, it's hard to keep those LLCs going, especially if money still isn't flowing. So what are these businesses, entities, and what's going on? How are they still generating monetary? And what's going on with this? Who's the beneficiary? Let's keep on getting into this stuff and double tap that screen, you guys. We got some more quaking information to get into.
Being here, I think everyone knows that we are deposing our 7th witness thus far for the Epstein investigation. Today is a big witness. This is Khan, the CPA. We have a lot of questions. I think everyone in America has questions about how Epstein was able to accumulate so much wealth. I think it's also known, hopefully you all have reported this, that we've been getting bank records in for a long time, and we haven't talked publicly about them because we were waiting to bring the accountant in once we got a feel on where the money we think was going and where it was coming from. To date, it appears with the records we've obtained that there are somewhere around at least 64 entities affiliated with Epstein that we've discovered, LLCs, companies, different things like that. So there are a lot of entities. There was a lot of money that was being transferred around.
When you got that problem, just say one part of the name. Don't say Boo, just say Gotti, and I got you.
So we have specific financial questions we're going to be asking today, and hopefully we'll be able to report some new information. Again, I want to repeat, our objective on the Oversight Committee is to get the truth to the American people. We're doing everything we can to work with the Department of Justice to release all the documents. We have subpoenaed and successfully released all the documents with the estate. We're bringing in anyone that we feel has any information that will be helpful to our investigation, and hopefully we'll be able to get the truth to the American people and provide some type of justice for the victim. So I'll be happy to answer a couple questions.
Do you think this requires any criminal liability?
That what?
Do you think this requires any criminal liability?
I don't know. I don't know. We have a lot of questions for him, and No one's accusing anyone of wrongdoing. I always have to say that because the lawyers watch all my interviews. And
somebody said it right there. Miss Paola said entities being the key word. That's what I'm talking about. Entities. Exactly.
Any misstatement, they would try to weasel out of answering questions. So right now, we have no reason to suspect anything, but we have a lot of questions.
Some of the survivors have tried to sue him in civil court, and the attorney in that also called for deposition. Do those sort of questions come up?
Now this is why those survivors are smart, because those survivors know that he still got all of these LLCs and all of these businesses. So you heard what he just said, right? A lot of survivors are trying to sue him now. I would too. You still got all these businesses and stuff going on out here. If I'm a survivor, let's get some money out of the situation. He's still making money out of it if he's gone. Yeah, if he's no longer here. I'm starting to be very skeptical myself, you guys. Second time that a little flicker of light has went up to make me a little skeptical. Normally, I'm not like that. Bruce Lee and Tupac, I ain't normally like that. But sometimes it just makes you question. Let's keep on going forward with New Mexico, because now we're going back over to Zorro Ranch. If you guys remember Zorro Ranch, he bought this in like the late 80s. He had that land, that property, and for years, constantly going back out to the ranch. Women out there, children, I'm going to just say underage girls was out there too, because they got it all documented, you guys. So now they finally went out there and they started checking out and seeing what's going on. This has been coming up this entire month now, because that's what people have been talking about, seeing if there's any sort of oddies left on the property. There's claims that 2 young women's oddies were buried out there as well. You guys put the B's in front of what I'm saying and you'll get what I'm talking about. Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Yes, major secrets are going on right now. And a lot of people are being protected. People with money. Trust me, that's what's going on.
New Mexico authorities launched a search of a notorious secluded ranch previously owned by pedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein on the morning of March 9th. The New Mexico Department of Justice announced in a statement that it searched Epstein's former Zorro Ranch at the direction of Attorney General Raul Torres, alongside local and state police. Torres reopened an investigation into the ranch, where the convicted sex offender once entertained guests 30 miles south of Santa Fe in February. An original case opened to investigate the secretive outpost was closed in 2019 at the request of federal prosecutors in New York. State prosecutors have since argued that revelations outlined in the previously sealed FBI files warrant further examination. Epstein has never been charged with criminal wrongdoing in New Mexico, but the state attorney general's office said in 2019 that it had interviewed possible victims.
Come on now, you got Girl Scout cookies out there, you got all types of other little stuff out there. These people know more than us, y'all. These people that's local, the people that was actually working there, supplying, cleaning up, the people that were actually having little jobs around the place, they know much more than we do. So I would listen to them. Even if it turns out that they find nothing, I'd still look into it.
Who visited the massive ranch. New Mexico state legislators also established a new commission last month to look into whether the desert ranch was used to facilitate sexual abuse and sex trafficking. This search is part of the criminal investigation announced by the New Mexico Department of Justice on February 19th into allegations of illegal activity at Epstein's ranch prior to Epstein's 2019 death, the state DOJ wrote in a statement. Authorities noted that they have had the cooperation of the ranch's current property owners, who have allowed access to the search. The deceased child sex trafficker bought Zorro Ranch in 1993 from former Democratic Governor Bruce King, building a sprawling property that included a 26,700 square foot hacienda-style mansion, guest houses, a pool, ranch offices, a firehouse, heated garages, a private airstrip, a hangar, and a helipad. The property...
Private airstrip, a helipad. Oh, yeah, he had a lot going on out there. A lot. Fire pits.
It was later sold by Epstein's estate in 2023 and purchased by the family of former Texas State Senator Don Huffines.
So they sold it in 2023 after he lost his life. So that means that the family, yes, still has money, and there's still money in that what they call an estate account. That's just one source right there.
A candidate for Texas comptroller who won the Republican primary. The New Mexico Department of Justice will continue to keep the public appropriately informed, support the survivors, and follow the facts wherever they lead, the agency said in a statement.
Yeah, somebody said, and a pizza joint too. Yeah, somebody said they had a pizza joint down there too. Yeah, they probably did have some bunkers in there too, underground. Because you see the lay of the land, they got that one little big circle over there with it. You know what they got rid of? Because I remember. Don't even try to act like Bugatti ain't gonna remember, because I might as well have been on the ranch myself. The same thing that they had out on Epstein Island. They had the dome over there, and there was something about that dome that they were doing all of the time. We had the same dome that they had on St. George's Island. I remember it being on there. Don't even try to act like you're gonna get rid of it now. Or maybe that's the construction that the new people have gotten done, getting rid of the dome. Hopefully they didn't find anything in there. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to London, because you know it's not over, because it didn't just happen here. It happened across pond. Guess who just lost their little job? First it was Sarah Ferguson. Yeah, Sarah, Ferguson? Fergie. Sarah Fergie Ferguson. The original Fergie, not the one from the Black Eyed Peas, you guys. Not only her, but now Princess Eugenia has got to step down from the charities. And it definitely probably had a lot to do with maybe her dad, Andrew, and her mom stepping down as well. And her dad just being arrested. And now he's still being investigated. They don't know what's going to happen.
Now to the latest ripple effects for the royal family from the release of the Epstein files. Maggie Rulli is in London with the story. Hey, Maggie, good morning.
Hey, Mary, good morning. Yeah, it seems there's more royal fallout from the Epstein files, this time with Princess Eugenie, the daughter of former Prince Andrew. Now, she's announced she's stepping back as patron from Anti-Slavery International, where she'd been a representative for the past 7 years. The charity, which calls itself the world's oldest international human rights organization, issued a statement Sunday to the Observer newspaper, which broke the story, thanking the princess for her support, adding, "We hope that she continues to work to end slavery." Now, the princess's departure comes just weeks after her father was arrested. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was released after 11 hours in police custody, but is still being investigated for misconduct in public office. The disgraced former prince is now in exile on his brother, the king's private estate in Norfolk. Andrew and his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, Eugenie's parents, both feature
AKA the Ice Queen,
prominently in the latest release of the Epstein files. In the emails, it appears that their friendship with the convicted sex offender seemed to continue even after he had completed a sentence for soliciting a minor. Now, neither has publicly commented on this latest release, but both have previously denied any wrongdoing. Eugenie has not yet commented on her father's arrest.
Well, you still made it hot for her, so it's still, even though the mom stepped down, now the daughter's still there, they're not going to trust that charity. They're like, yo, we got to get rid of Eugenie if we're going to try to keep this charity going. So you got to go too. You gotta go. You gotta go. It's checkout time. Now I'm living the life of a boss player. The front desk calling, but I'm checking out later. Rest in peace, your boy, AKA Big Psych, Tupac's boy. That's right, Big Psych. Don't forget about Big Psych. You know what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, right? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Washington. We got this bizarre near, far, wherever you are, I will. Don't know the rest of the song. You remember that front of the Titanic thing, what they was doing when they had Leonardo DiCaprio doing a little thing, and they were just looking up in the air like, I'm free. You remember that, right? Well, yeah, this one is another banger, you guys. They made another depiction. It's not exactly the Titanic, but what it is it's kind of a bizarre Titanic-style statue of Trump and Jeffrey Epstein on the front of the Titanic. Somebody wanted to make this thing. It's another bust, another statue. And where'd they put it? Yeah, right on the steps or the bottom of the same area of the U.S. Capitol. Check this out, you guys. So there's no music or no nothing to talk about here, but yeah. Somebody really wants those files to be released. Now let me tell you guys something. I don't care what party you're a part of. It's okay to laugh. Cause man, that damn thing look funny. I don't care what nobody say. That thing look funny. Look like his belly all sticking out and protruding. Man, that look funny right there. Don't act like it don't. Come on, y'all. That was the walk up on that. You definitely gonna want to take a picture. Yeah, you know it's funny. Somebody got a lot of time on their hands. Yes, it is. Oh my God, look at the back of it. Look at the back. And let me ask you a question. Why are the legs so obnoxiously oblong with this crazy shape going on? Like, how your calves get down there by your ankles, man? What you got, diabetes or something around the legs on the bottom? Ain't got no calves, but the muscles is around the ankles. The boy got diabetes about the ankles. And y'all ask why I love doing this. And look, now I notice Jeffrey ain't got on no shirt. Jeffrey ain't got on no shirt, y'all. It's okay to laugh. Because we about to get up off of this. We needed to laugh, damn it. We just watched a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, Trump, you have to take this one right here, bro, because it's funny. You're going to have to take this hit right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody would have been a rich dude and just made this as a spoof and then brought this to the crib and you walked out, you'd be like, you had to laugh, Trump. Come on, man. Like, I know it's bad right now, but that damn thing funny. Don't even try. Homeboy had diabetes about the ankles, man. What's wrong with this? Whoever made that, I don't know. Were you a sculptor? Or you made it in parts from 3D imprints, but whatever you did, yeah, that's a big one right there. We're gonna keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to. I almost fell out from laughing right there. That was crazy. We got this teenager though that tackles this axe-wielding suspect in Marion County car wash. He wasn't playing, and guess what? The police respected him so much, they asked him if he wanted to be a police officer. Let's get into this. This is one of the good kids right here. The good young men. That's right, you guys. We need him out here taking care of and protecting our people, right? Let's get on over here to Orlando, where we got this teen that took an axe-wielding maniac down.
Our top story tonight, chaos at a car wash in Marion County. Look at this. Tonight we're hearing from the teenager. You've seen this video after he took down a man with an axe. That suspect you see right here is now back.
And whooped his, look at his face. That's how Martin looked after getting hit by Thomas Hearns. There you go. You still love me, Gina? That's how he looked.
Battered, bruised, and behind bars. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Brown.
Good evening. I'm Luann Sorrell. Let's get out to Fox 35's Manny Martinez. He is live tonight in Ocala. So, Manny, deputies were so impressed that they tried to recruit that teen.
Luann, he says he got a call from them this morning asking him if he had any interest in a career in law enforcement. He says he told them, sorry guys, but not right now, because he's already enlisted in the Army.
Watch as Leodan Pino lunges at and tackles a man who deputies say was armed with an axe. Pino pins the suspect down while a coworker grabs the axe. Then video shows Pino rotate the suspect into a chokehold. Deputies showed up to find Pino, who's just 18 and recently enlisted, still on top of the suspect.
He pulled the axe out he had it clipped onto his backpack, and I didn't realize that. He pulled it out, pointed it at me. I timed it so he lowered it. So once he lowered it, that's when I shot the takedown, and I got on top of him and I controlled the situation.
It was closing time Sunday night at this car wash off State Road 200 southwest of Ocala. There were only a handful of employees, most of them teens, including Pino's younger brother.
I heard him yell at my brother. I saw him look at my brother, and that's when I got I felt the adrenaline come in, because I knew he wasn't gonna do something he wasn't gonna do something good.
Workers at the car wash say the suspect, Bryce Thayer, is not a complete stranger to them. They say he'd sit at the street corner to panhandle in recent weeks and was kicked off property earlier that day.
Watch the videos. Watch it, please.
We're gonna love to. Thayer kept running his mouth as deputies cuffed him.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Can I say something? Nope, get on your knees. What did I do?
Deputies say Thayer was also carrying a meth pipe.
Oh, we know what you did. We saw the axe. You just got caught.
His black and blue mugshot shows Pino did some damage.
I'm talking about his eye is like, fuck it. His eye is done.
While Pino only has a few scrapes.
Just that. That's all I got.
Compared to what it could have been, you must be thankful.
Very thankful.
Yeah. I appreciate him going to be part of law enforcement or the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines. I don't give a damn what he do, as long as it's enforcement. Thank you so much.
And Pino says his parents, as well as his little brother, they are very proud of him. The suspect, by the way, can walk out of jail if he posts $65,000 bond. At 11, what the suspect was asking for at the beginning of the encounter that got Pino's attention. Live in Marion County, Manny Martinez, Fox 35 News.
Yeah, that was a good one right there. He thought that he was gonna be able to intimidate them with the axe. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, as soon as he put it down, you're like, oh my God. Lucky he wasn't who he was and took it from you and started, yeah, it could have been different. Could have been different. Yeah, thank the Lord for the right person being on deck. Thank for the Lord for making sure that nobody got hurt. And he was able to apprehend and hold him until the police got there. And Lord, deal with him as he may. And I want to just say thank you for being there to prevent something. Amen. And sending the right soldier out there to do it. You see, the police was like, yo, you sure you don't want a job, kid? We saw the video. Let's keep on moving forward now because we got this other woman. Oh, boy. Where we at with this? Oh, yeah, I remember this one right here. We got the woman that was charged with manslaughter after the newborn's F. Oh, man. Young girls, they have a child, they get scared because next thing you know, they don't know how their parents are going to take it, or they don't think that they're going to be able to take care of the child, or they don't know that they can adopt the child off. Sad stories when the child doesn't make it out, when the parent has a pregnancy and loses the life of the child, you guys. Yeah, I hate to bring up stories like this. I said to myself, we will be watching this together. Let's get on over to Orlando, you guys, to cover this newborn's loss of life in a tragic event by her own mom.
Hauled off to jail in her pajama pants. A 20-year-old accused of secretly giving birth and then trying to bury the baby.
Got some new details today. We've now learned this afternoon that this new mother allegedly told deputies that she hoped that her baby would, quote, hurry up and die. That's our top story today. Good evening. I'm John Brown.
And I'm Bailey Bockover. The 20-year-old student was arrested on Friday after giving birth. Deputies say the baby was born in a toilet an inch round. In this new video of her arrest, you can see Ann DiMaggillo is still dressed in her pajamas. She's charged with manslaughter. Fox 35's Chris Lindsay joins us live from Flagler County. So, Chris, the details of this story keep getting more disturbing.
Yes, it's absolutely.
Could you guys do your boy a favor? Get those likes up, double tap that screen and get those likes over here. Because what this might do is prevent something like this from happening, prevent another mother, expecting mother, from not doing something like this. Maybe if she sees the fact that there's probably help out there or sees the possibility of her going to jail, probably might prevent something from happening. All I ask for you guys to do is double tap the screen. It gets the likes up. Actually, YouTube puts out a notification and gets much more people over here. Come on, you guys, let's check out the rest of this story.
Heartbreaking, Bailey. The more information they release, the more horrifying this story becomes. Investigators say this woman did not only refuse to help her child, but she wanted it to die. And when it did, they say she tried to cover it up.
It's as heartless as it gets.
One of the saddest cases I've seen in my entire career.
Flagler Sheriff Rick Staley says the woman accused of letting her newborn drown in the toilet has shown zero remorse.
She did tell us that she was hoping that the baby would hurry up and die.
The newly released 911 call shows us what led deputies to the door of 20-year-old Ann DiMaggillo Friday morning.
She had told me that this baby was alive and crying, and she had killed it and disposed of it somehow. and she seems very mentally dissociated from it.
Investigators did a welfare check and found the little girl in a shallow grave in the backyard of her Palm Coast home. Hours later, DeMaggio was in cuffs, charged with aggravated manslaughter. She told detectives she didn't know she was pregnant until she gave birth, but they aren't buying that.
My friend had told me that she had been secretly pregnant, and this morning she had given birth.
We personally think she knew she was pregnant based on some of the evidence that we have between text messages.
After the little girl's death, Staley says DeMaggio went to school, even did a theater performance before coming back to bury her.
It just is mind-boggling to me that
went to school, did a theater performance before she came back to bury the baby.
That someone could do that.
She appeared in court over the weekend where the judge let her know she'll be held without bond.
The sheriff says more charges could be added the further they get into this investigation, meaning just because murder hasn't been filed yet, that doesn't mean that it can't or won't be. Reporting live in Flagler County, Chris Lindsay, Fox 35 News.
Oh yeah, we gotta get it ain't over. Let's get on over to Philadelphia. We got some fool over here. He's been added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list right here. But we gotta pray for that baby. I know what we gotta do. We gotta pray for the baby. We got to pray for the family, maybe the father that probably didn't even know that she was pregnant and probably would have took care of the baby. So much the life that could have been, that's just a life that could have been just raised a whole nother way. And the fact that she does not feel any sort of responsibility to the child was even more sadder, because there's supposed to be at least some sort of human connection. I just can't believe that the lies, just to cover it up, was just ridiculous. Hopefully, they said it might be something mental. And hopefully it leads to that, because I just don't want to believe that there's somebody out here that's so negative and want to take a child's life before they have the chance to even breathe, be out here. Just want to say amen. Look out for everybody else. And if you have a situation like this, girls, and you ever feel like you're caught up, somebody said in the comments, you can leave the baby at the fire station or somewhere else. You can find somewhere online to leave it. That's going to be safe. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Like, yeah, we got to go over to Philadelphia, get this over with this fugitive.
Philadelphia now has a fugitive, that the FBI has placed on its most wanted list. Kelly Rule is on that story this afternoon. And it's a story that I think most of us remember hearing when it happened, 2019?
Actually 2014, but I think it probably feels like 2019 or even more recent for some people, because we did cover it pretty extensively. It was before I was here, but first I'll show you the person that they added to this list. So this is Trung Duc Lee, again, the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitive list. So obviously a huge priority list for them. There is a $1 million reward for information that leads to his arrest. And according to the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office, this is the last individual they're looking for in connection to a horrific case from back, like I said, in August of 2014, the murder of two Vietnamese brothers, attempted murder of a third victim as well. So according to our coverage from back then, the three men were actually lured to this home here in Southwest Philadelphia, and they were tortured, beaten, and then were kidnapped and taken to the Schuylkill River. And the two brothers were, and the third individual, were dumped in the river. They had, I think the brothers were, their throats were slit. They had weights attached to them, and they died in the river. But that third victim actually managed to escape and played a crucial role in testifying and bringing some of the other individuals involved in this crime to justice. But Mr. Liu is the last one that they are still looking for at this point. And they do believe he is from Vietnam and is currently in Vietnam. So this is like a national, worldwide search at this point. But it all kind of ties back to this horrific case happening in Philadelphia in 2014. And they said that the victims, although this kind of all was in connection to a drug scheme that went wrong, they were two individuals that lived lives and had families and jobs, and this is all about bringing justice and closure to their families as well.
Oh, got kidnapped, Tills Norchard, dumped in the river, then they found the person that did it, but he's in Vietnam. Oh boy, we got to keep on going, you guys. I'm not doing that one. We got another one to knock out. Nope, not that one. We doing this one. We got to get on over to this judge. Woo! We got a judge that denies the bond for the Lake Brantley High School students for plotting to KILL classmates, you guys. We got the judge that found out that they were too dangerous to let them out of jail. The patrol car footage by itself was enough, where they were laughing and giggling, talking about, oh, this is whatever, my hair and all of this crazy stuff. So I guess they were happy when they got in the car, but now they're keeping them separated. You guys remember the other day, there were 2 students that were plotting to KILL some student in the bathroom of the school that they caught. Judge has already said no to the bail. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
The 2 teen girls accused of plotting to kill their classmate at Lake Brantley High School will remain in jail while awaiting trial. I'm your Seminole County community correspondent, Mark Lehman, and on Wednesday, the state showed video from after this arrest as an argument for why the girls should remain behind bars. Now, the judge recognizes the different involvement for both girls, but decided that the 2 will remain in custody. 14-year-old Lois Lippert and 15-year-old Isabel Valdez went before a judge together but sat apart as prosecutors played video you first saw on News 6.
Lois.
The patrol camera showing the teens laughing and joking after they were arrested in January.
Were you trying to look good for your mugshot? Oh shit, am I gonna get a mugshot? What, we're going to jail, what do you think? Yeah.
Their demeanor was much more serious as prosecutors laid out what they say was a plot to kill a classmate at Lake Brantley High School. According to detectives, Valdez brought a knife, planned to wait in a bathroom to stab the student, and then leave flowers and smoke a cigarette after the killing.
They schemed to wait for the girl in the bathroom, still nap, and smoke a cigarette and play a song after. Like, this is so stupid.
And was foiled by an anonymous tip.
He f***ing snitched. God, I knew I shouldn't have told him. Because he was like, oh, can you please tell me I can't sleep tonight? You!
According to the state, Valdez intended to kill the boy who reportedly looked like the Sandy Hook school shooter. She told investigators it was part of a blood bond that would resurrect the shooter from the dead.
I don't think there's anything that I could do that would keep the community safe. And it's clearly a dangerous crime. All the elements, I think, have been met.
The judge saying Valdez posed too much of a danger to the community to be released. It was the same outcome for Lippert, even though the defense argued her involvement was less severe.
This video that I watched, they thought this was cute. I don't want her on the internet talking to other young folks about this. It's too dangerous.
Both Valdez and Lippert have each entered not guilty pleas. The attorneys for both are expected back in court next month for a docket sounding as the case moves forward. I'm your Seminole County community correspondent, Mark Lehman, News 6.
Oh, boy, they out there wilding out, you guys. I told you what they already said. They said that they on demon time. They already said that they're on demon time. I see kids saying that all the time. They don't have no fear of God, no fear of the next life where they're going to. They don't know about heaven or hell. They don't know about the rapture. They don't know about nothing. They do not care. Why? Because Grandma Minnie and Grandma whoever and Mama never had a chance to take them to church, or probably never sat them down and told them about the great Lord and how things have changed if you just put all your love inside of Him. All they know is the streets, video games, nonsense. What's that other one? Grand Theft Auto. Never thought Grand Theft Auto, a video game I used to play, but that's such an influence on people's lives. How they move and how they act. Gross. Both of those girls, they're very nasty. Yeah, both of them was crazy. I don't know what you think, you guys, but do me a favor. Appreciate if you double tap that screen and get those likes up. Gets more people over here. See stories like that. Maybe somebody else will snitch. That's the kind of snitch that I give a thumbs up to. What you got to say, Liberty? All political parties are welcome here. Happy Thursday, you guys. Happy Thursday. Let's keep moving forward. We got to get on over to Diamonds Are Forever. I ain't telling she a gold digger. But she ain't messing with no broke. Now, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now, get down, girl. Go ahead, get down. Get down, girl. Go ahead, get down. That's right, Kanye West. Back in the news. That's right, you guys. Why? Because he's now been ordered to pay a former contractor in Malibu mansion for renovations over $140,000, you guys. And security's like, back up off of him. Y'all know he don't mess with y'all. He's not trying to get any photos.
Breaking news in downtown LA. We have learned the verdict in the civil trial of rapper
Kanye West's Malibu mansion. A former contractor sued Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, over the renovation of Ye's $57 million Malibu mansion. The jury said Ye owes handyman Tony Saxon $140,000. That amount is much less than the $1.7 million Saxon wanted. Ye also is ordered to pay attorney fees.
Oh, that was a good one. I see what Saxon did. He made him pay for the court fees and he made him pay the debt. This way he can walk away whole with all of the money. I needed to do that for this case I got coming up, but this is good. This is okay. I'll do it for the next one. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys go to Missouri because we got this former Missouri House Speaker, John Deal. He's been sentenced to prison for COVID relief fraud. And guess what he's saying once he got arrested? Sorry. It's all that he can say. Years are gonna go by and still he'll be inside of jail. That's right, you guys. Come on, let's go. We got this former Missouri House Speaker, John Deal. He decided to go ahead and do some COVID fraud, and I know he's embarrassed. How you gonna be a congressperson or somebody that's actually in the House or a speaker and you're stealing from the people?
Former lawmaker is headed to prison after admitting he stole COVID relief money to fund a luxury lifestyle. John Deal, once the Speaker of the Missouri House, was sentenced just hours ago. 5 on your side's Melody Johnson is downtown outside the federal courthouse with the apology from Deal before he's put in a federal prison cell.
Now he feel bad, y'all.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. John Deal heading home before he has to spend 2 years behind bars for federal wire fraud. In a statement before the court, he says he's ashamed and embarrassed for stealing taxpayer money from struggling businesses.
I'm ashamed that I got caught, and I'm embarrassed that y'all know that I did it.
5 on your side was there to capture the former Missouri House Speaker, John Deal, walking out of federal court, facing 21 months in prison, surrounded by family support. The 60-year-old admitting he stole almost 400.
See, Deal is like, yeah, let's get up out of here because I ain't trying to mess with that news people over there. But the lawyer's like, man, listen, your case over. I need to get some more work. I'm about to go talk to these people.
$1,000 in COVID relief funds. Prosecutors say Deal used taxpayer money as a personal piggy bank, paying for luxury cars, tuition, country club dues, credit cards, mortgage payments, retirement, and legal fees stemming from his 2015 sexting scandal. In an apology before the court, Deal says he has given up his law license and betrayed public trust and is ready to face the consequences.
Thank you so much, Coin Collecting with Ken. Everybody give him a shout out for the love. Good morning, brother. Coin Collecting, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
How do you feel about it?
We're glad the court took into consideration all the arguments and mitigation. We're also glad the court sentenced John at the low end of the guidelines. Thank you.
He simply had the ability, based upon his substantial net worth, to write a check. And we argued that that was not extraordinary restitution such that the court should come down with a minimum sentence.
Now, Deal faced up to 20 years in prison, but only was sentenced to less than 2. He is also ordered to pay a $20,000 fine. His attorney is suggesting that he spend those less than 2 years in federal prison in South Dakota. In St. Louis, Melanie Johnson, 5 on your side.
So they're going to break the case down and say where he going to do the time at. Why? Because you got to hook up in South Dakota or something like that? Or you know the prison out there? Come on now, you know these judges and these lawyers work for their client even while they inside. And he ran over to the camera to see, what's my best side? Yeah, I'm taking care of him. I only got he got 2 years out of 20. You guys need anybody? I'm your man. That's what that was about. Whole time he coming down the steps, he looking over at the camera like this. I seen you trying to get that money. It's a different version of being an ambulance chaser. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Cleveland, because this one here, she need to pay the cost right here. You remember this, and it's a follow-up story with the mother that's been accused of killing her, I said the word, illing her 2 little girls and putting them in that suitcase. She's appearing in court, you guys, one more time. Let's get it again because, yeah, they've been doing a couple of arraignments, and they brought her in again. I guess this is via video.
Before we handle the first appearance on this issue, yesterday, after this court completed its arraignment room docket, I was approached by members of the Public Defender's Office, specifically about appointment to this case. 3 members of the Public Defender's Office, I grabbed a prosecutor to stand in to have this conversation. This case ends in an even number. Pursuant to local rule, the public defender shall be assigned cases that end in a 1, 3, 5, or 7. It is this court's discretion to assign counsel, private counsel, for all other cases. The public defender asked to have this case assigned to his office. Anna Ferelia is representing the state of Ohio on this case. She was not present for that conversation. I will allow you the opportunity to be heard.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state of Ohio would only request that you follow the local rule. This case is like any other case in Cuyahoga County. We have had 8 other aggravated murder cases in this county this week, and I don't believe the Public Defender's Office has approached any other judge or the judge in this arraignment room to have an assignment. This is called poaching, and this is not the first time the public defender has done it. When they think a case is of their liking, they want to jump in. They wanted to do it in Bianca Ellis, and the judge did not allow them to do that. The judge picked 2 independent assigned counsel.
Was that at the arraignment room?
It was at the arraignment room, Your Honor. But they started from the beginning because Ms. Stebbins, in that case, went out to Rocky River and talked to Bianca Ellis. So this is the same thing here. Here they went to juvenile court to approach this defendant for the emergency custody of the child who is still alive.
So as you guys can see, they're still having trouble on who gonna be able to be her counsel. We haven't even gotten to the nuts and the bolts of what's going on with the case, but we know about the 2 little girls that were lost in their lives. Also want to continue to pray for them and the families around them, and can't wait till we start getting into this case. But that's an update on what we have. Still got to move forward, because now we got to get on over to inside of the behind the walls and behind the boom boom boom, where an actual soldier has recalled the moments an Iranian drone hit the U.S. command center in Kuwait. He actually survived. A couple of other people didn't. I like to get witness accounts. I like to get different people's accounts, especially when it comes down to someone that was at the situation when it happened. We always like to get it from the horse's mouth. Can't hear it better from anybody else, especially when you hear certain things be said. We got to get on over to this soldier right now who's actually just came out of the field and is in the hospital. Now he's getting flashbacks. All sorts of different things are coming back to him because of what he's been through.
It's turning into something bigger than we thought.
One of the 6 soldiers that lost their lives is also from Hicks Home, state of Minnesota, Sergeant First Class Nicole M. Amore.
Yes, sir. She was literally 5 feet from me. The drone impacted basically right above her. And she was just the kindest woman ever. She always went above and beyond to make sure you're taken care of. She tried to get me into reading books more. I just want everybody to know to don't take anything for granted. Life is precious. Life is short. You never know when you're going to be put in a situation like we were in. Just appreciate the ones you love and the ones that are close to you, because you might not ever get to even talk to them again.
Nothing but love and respect for our veterans, the people that keep us safe, the people that fight for us, the soldiers, every single different category, every single one of them. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, everybody. Love you guys, and we thank you, and we appreciate what you do for us. And we're so glad that he made it home. Like he said, he still got shrapnel popping out of him. That's because it's still moving throughout his body. Sad situation right there, as well as a sad situation for Sergeant Amore. Hopefully her family is getting through this as well, and that they've already recovered her and they're taking her home to give her respects and the proper respects that she deserves. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, to Amazon. We got this Amazon worker. Oh boy, be careful. Honestly, I'm gonna say this is both people's fault. In this video, we've got the driver of the vehicle being put to blame because he hit someone with his vehicle. But I also have to say, when you're coming from behind a vehicle and you don't know what's coming in traffic, you should be more cautious as to looking out before you just pop out. Gotta say that. Now, what happened afterward, if you drive off and you keep on going, that's another part of the story, which everybody's trying to speak about right here. As we have this Amazon driver worker that's been slammed by a hit and run, and it's been caught on camera. Check this out, you guys. Nice outfit over there, by the way.
Surveillance video, you're watching it right here behind us. And we'll show you more in a moment of an Amazon worker who gets hit by a car and then that driver just speeds away. Trish Christakis has that footage. And Trish, you spoke to neighbors who went out to try to help as well.
Yeah, I spoke to multiple neighbors today. One actually told me that he was walking his dog along that route when he saw that Amazon worker get hit and then float a couple feet up in the air. We do want to warn you, their surveillance video can be difficult to watch. That surveillance video showing this Amazon driver attempting to cross the street and deliver a package at this home. Neighbors say multiple people heard the crash and ran out to help.
And I heard the bang, and I'm like, what was that? And it sounded like a car crash. It sounded like two cars against each other. Then we look out.
They mean it hit the lady and kept on going. Come on now.
And we said it's the poor Amazon lady just laying on the floor.
This all happening on Southwest 20th Street and 140th Place in West Miami-Dade.
West Miami, close to DNC. Miami, yeah, right.
My sister and I, we ran downstairs and we went outside to see how we could help. My other neighbors were out here too. They were calling the police, and then thankfully emergency and the cops and fire rescue, they all got here within like 5 minutes, I'd say.
You can see in the surveillance video the driver of the car speeding off, leaving the woman in the middle of the street. Here's a still of the driver before speeding away. Neighbors now calling for speed bumps in that area.
I think it's very ridiculous to do something like that. You hit someone, you just keep going and don't even think twice about it. Something needs to be done. There needs to be a speed bump or a stop sign or a roundabout, something put in place so that we can prevent these things from happening again.
Amazon released the statement to us saying in part that the delivery driver is okay and recovering at home. They said that they're cooperating with law enforcement. They also added that out of respect for the driver's privacy, they will not share any additional details.
Now do me a favor though. I'd appreciate if we can double tap that screen and get the likes up. It gets more people over here to see about this. I want to know what you guys feel about the accident itself. Do you think, who's to blame here? Is the Amazon driver, is the person that was driving to blame, or is it the Amazon driver that walked out into the street? Or is it the fact that the person that hit the Amazon driver kept on going? Want to know what you guys have to say? Love my state, y'all. Ford Focus. I hope she's doing much better. You heard that noise, right? Yeah, and there's no pain. I think there's going to be some pain with that noise. Need good people who stop the F is that. Yeah, why they run? They wasn't wrong. Okay, that wasn't wrong. Amazon, wait a minute. We welcome to political parties. Oh, Lord. These people just, Okay. Yeah, kind of like both. Yeah. Okay, we got to get into it. You guys, I got a question. And thanks for saying we're the coolest show on YouTube, because we are. But we got to get up to 500 likes to make sure that we do that, to make sure that people know what's going on over here. Also, I promised you guys yesterday that we were going to have those packages together, right? The Justice for All packages. I said Thursday, right? So, without further ado, just want to let you guys know we started getting going over here right now. This is the beginning of something beautiful. We talk about it all the time. We say what we're going to do, and we always say that we're going to get something going, right? But we never really do it. We're going to be vocal as well as forthright, as well as energetic, and making sure that we push through with the things that we promised on our bottom line. We promised that we're going to do some things. We made sure you guys got your decals, made sure you got your keychains. Now, we got another situation coming up because we're talking about growing our own fruits and vegetables, right? So what do we plan on doing? We want to start you guys off with the Justice for All starter kits. We talked about it, and we've already started putting together a couple of packages, you guys. So you know what? I'm going to probably do like a little raffle or something like that to see who is going to be able to get the Justice for All kit. It's going to have, what does it have in it, Bugatti? Oh, let's see what it's got inside the Justice for All kit. Oh, nice there, logoed up kit right there. Says Our Bottom Line. This is, of course, a nice planter. You can take this off and filter the water out to certain levels. This is a nice planter right there with our bottom line logo. First of all, and you know we love purple, so that's how we do it, number one. Number two, can't be messing around with dirt and stuff like that if we don't have our bottom line gloves. We got to be doing some planting. I don't want you guys to get your hands dirty, so we got the gloves, the set of two right there. Just happen to be purple again. Okay, what else do we have in here? Oh, can't plant something without something to plant, right? So this is the thing I'm going to explain at the end of it. This package right here just happens to have peppers, sweet peppers. There you go, you guys. I already told you we're going to be sending 2 different packages out. That's right, we got the peppers in here. What else do we have that we learned about the other day because it's really easy to grow? The green beans. That's right, we got a package of green beans. It's going to be random. Might be strawberries and tomatoes. Never know what it's going to possibly be. Okay, now you got to make sure you feed them, right? So we're going to start you guys off with something like this. This is the pour and feed singles. That's right, we just want to see if we can get something growing. So we're going to send this out and we're going to add this to the Justice for All package. That's right, and last but not least, you guys hear it. You know I had to do it because I want you to represent for the show. So yes, we also added the Our Bottom Line keychain in there so that you can represent, show us what you're doing, maybe the keys to the garden, maybe something like that. Put this on your dog's collar or whatever you want to do, but take a photo and send this to us right next to what you're growing. That's right, you guys, we've got the keychain. That's right, and last but not least, you don't have to because it's already got the logo on there, but you can use this for your laptop, maybe your bumper stickers, or your refrigerator. That's the last of the free decals that we'll be sending out. So yes, we got the decal. We got the keychain. We got the starter kit with the food. We got the food that we're supposed to be planting. And we've got the gloves. The only thing that I didn't think it makes sense to send you guys was dirt. Can you imagine me going and buy $1 bag of dirt and mailing it to you, and that bag of dirt's gonna now be about $8 or $9 because of the weight that's gonna go along with that package? So the only thing I'm gonna encourage you guys to do is, can you go to Dollar General and buy 1 bag of dirt? This way you can just put it in here, start things going, send us the photos, and we're gonna keep on moving forward from there. These are gonna be probably about, let's say, $14.99 if you would like to buy them. But when it comes down to the raffle, $1. That's right, you guys, $1. But it's got to be a lot of people doing part of the raffle. That's right, it's got to make sense. So if you win the raffle, you're going to get a starter kit. But you can also go purchase one off of the Our Bottom Line merch store and much more places. Justice for All, inspired by our #1 mod, Liberty. Hope you like it, guys, and I hope you like the idea. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got work to do. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you eat canned food? Because this is why we're getting up off this canned food stuff right now. I don't want to hear anything about, we're going to get all that information from me as you keep on going. That's right. I want to know if you eat canned vegetables. I want to know if you eat canned food. I want to know if you eat anything canned. Why am I asking you these questions? Yes, we're going to be selling these soon and very cheap. Very, very cheap, like $12, $10. Just got to pay for the shipping. And it doesn't make sense to put dirt in there and then we got to pay for the shipping. The dirt's going to cost more than the whole damn thing. So we're going to go locally and find our own dirt. This way it's also fresh and we can aerate it. Make sure you germinate the seeds as well. You got to soak them in some water for about 24 hours so that they can have the best opportunity to grow. We'll get into those stages as well. Got to keep on moving forward right now because we're not playing at all when we come down to our health and fitness section. We don't play when it comes over here, and that's why I want you guys to double tap that screen because this can save lives and get more people over here. I don't want to just hear about, oh, the seniors. It can affect this in seniors. If it can affect something in seniors, it can affect something in me. It can affect something in a mammal, it can affect something in me. So when I hear about it, I want to bring it to you guys. So we're not going to cut no corners right here today when we're getting right into this canned food situation. I want to know, do you like Del Monte? I want to know, do you eat Libbys? I want to know if you like Green Giant. I want to know what you like. Bartle. Okay, whatever you mean by that. Jordan Dowdy, we rock with you. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. But I want to know if you eat canned vegetables. Tell the truth, it's very important. Generic usually. Hate canned green beans. Thank you, Jordan. It's very important. You know why? Because I'm going to tell you guys straight up and down. Anytime I eat something, I always say I can taste the can. When I go to the Chinese restaurant, the only one thing that I could buy is fried rice. And I want vegetables put in it. So that means I want as much as you can put in there. I actually don't even like onions, but for some reason in fried rice, I can take a little bit. You know what I can't take? I can't take peas and I can't take carrots. I don't even like carrots, period, unless they're raw or I cook them. And I gotta eat them right then and there. Peas, it can't be out of the can. I would automatically know that it's a canned pea because I can taste it. If you've eaten long as me, you know what a can tastes like. Straight up and down. Am I lying? You guys know what canned food tastes like. Canned peas taste like dirt. There you go. Canned spinach is nasty. Exactly. Don't try to be getting over on us like we don't know no better. So this is what I'm trying to say right now. There's certain things that we got to look out for. Right there, you just said it. A canned fruit. I love canned fruit. Be careful about that. You hate canned mixed vegetables, and you're good about that because you're about to find out something about these canned mixed vegetables and canned food altogether. The coating of the can, possible dents in it, possible when it gets a dent. Did you know that dent can get rust on the inside of the can, and now that rust can go inside the food that you're about to eat? We got to be careful about this. I had to go into this very cleverly. Check this out real quick before we do anything. I want you guys to hear this. Make sure we got this audio up. We're talking about canned food right now, you guys. We're going into it. This is called 9 canned vegetables to avoid at all costs and 2 that actually are safe. Again, 9 canned vegetables to avoid and at all costs and 2 that are actually safe. And this is on the Consume channel. The name of this channel on YouTube is the Consume channel. We're going to get into it right now. You guys, check this out.
Recent carrot recalls prove that trust needs confirmation, especially for older eaters. Check your cans, and if anything looks wrong, toss it. Arriving at number 5, we've got Hunt's tomato sauce, a familiar pantry staple that has landed in recall notices and hides a sodium trap. You open a can and the room fills with the bright, tangy tomato smell you expect. The sauce looks cheerful and homey in the pan. That's the promise. The betrayal shows up in 2 ways. First, safety recalls. Conagra, maker of Hunt's, voluntarily pulled limited runs of Hunt's tomato paste in 2019 after reports and testing found mold in some cans. The company posted a recall and the FDA logged the notice, a clear signal that even big brands can have a...
What if instead of designing thumbnails, you could just paste
even big brands can have an issue because of where their source is from.
A processing or packaging failure that lets spoilage through. If a brand you trust has a mold or spoilage recall on record, your instinct to trust the can should be dialed down. Second, the sodium and spoilage risk. Many prepared tomato sauces and canned tomato products contain substantial sodium unless explicitly labeled no salt added. That jump in sodium can matter to older adults on blood pressure medicines or diuretics. A quarter cup of some canned sauces can deliver hundreds of milligrams of sodium. If you're managing hypertension or fluid balance, that hidden salt is not a small detail. Always check the label for no salt added options if sodium is a concern. There's a third practical danger to note: swollen or dented cans. Modern canned tomato products usually are acid enough to discourage botulinum growth, but damaged or underprocessed cans can fail. Public health agencies warn, don't open or taste cans that bulge, leak, spurts foam, or smell odd. For seniors, foodborne illness from a spoiled can can cause dehydration.
The sad part about that is they get sales on the dented cans. You know that, right?
Falls, or hospital stays. All things that can quickly degrade health and independence. What this means at the table, a can of Hunt's can still be a fast, useful cooking shortcut, but it's not a set and forget safe choice. If you find an off smell, swelling, rust at the seam, or dents on the can's lid, discard the can safely.
That's right, you guys, and now we're responsible for doing our own recalls. Not our own recalls, but looking on the internet, and it makes sense. If you're gonna eat it, you need to be looking online to see if there's been a recall, right? That makes sense. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're gonna say right here. That's what they're about to tell us. Watch.
And preservatives lurk inside those shiny cans. From unexpected recalls to canned vegetables are supposed to be convenient, nutritious, and safe. But for seniors, appearances can be deceiving, hidden. BPA linings, excessive sodium, and preservatives lurk inside those shiny cans. From unexpected recalls to contamination warnings, what's on the label isn't always what's in the can. Today, we're exposing 9 canned vegetables you should avoid, and 2 that are actually safe for your health.
Let's get into it, you guys. You know I always cheat. Let's go. Number 1, I'm not even going to play around anymore. Let's go. Del Monte mixed. No dents, period, people. Del Monte's mixed vegetables. I love the fact that somebody already knew what was up and they said mixed vegetables. Recall due to metal objects inside of the cans. It's already made of a can. There's a possibility of the machinery putting metal in the can. There is nothing that your arteries and nothing inside of your body can fight metals like that once it's in your digestive system. Be very careful of these canned goods. Also, they've been found to have regulations issues and did recalls for hundreds and thousands of canned vegetables. Also, we've got Green Giant, that's right, the can recalls because of high in sodium. Most of these calls are going to be high in sodium, and then it's going to be rusted cans and other things that have to do with the mix-up and the makeup of what's in the ingredients of the foods and the products. We've got Libbys green beans, foreign metals. Please look these up because I have already as well. Progresso organic, they have E. coli, so Progresso soups, and certain ones of them, they have been found and they have been brought up to have charges against them in civil court for Progresso soup and Progresso organic having E. coli been found inside of the cans. As you just saw with number 4, that was Hunt's tomato sauce, and you already saw what they said, that they voluntarily pulled over 19,000 cans in order to take out cans that were actually recalled. We also got to get on over. We got more. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I'm going to let them do it. Let's go.
Starting off with number 9, we've got Del Monte mixed vegetables, the familiar green can that promises farm fresh convenience and sometimes delivers anything but. You lift the lid, steam rises. The peas and carrots look like what you remember from childhood dinners. The label sells comfort and reliability. The betrayal comes in paperwork and headlines. Del Monte, and brands it manufactures for others, has been in recent recall notices tied to foreign objects in cans.
If you guys have felt a certain way, didn't like a certain peas or certain carrots, and you just stayed away from certain foods and cans, all I can say is you've been smart about that because it's got you this far, and you know your tastes. A lot of times they'll tell you anything, but the last thing that we got is our taste buds, and we know the fact that something's wrong with this, and we ain't messing with it. So that's the luckily we know better. But for the people that don't, please let them know what's up.
Metal or plastic fragments, and regulators posted public recalls for hundreds of thousands of canned vegetable units distributed through major retailers. Those recalls are the kind of event that flips the script from trust the brand to check your pantry. Why that matters for seniors. Metal fragments are an acute hazard, choking, internal cuts. But the bigger ongoing risk for older adults is
Only thing I'm going to say about this dude, he said seniors too much. Because you think young people don't want to worry about getting choking or cuts or metal fragments going in their stomach and in their throat when they could have a chance to not have that? Come on, bro.
Damage to confidence in canned food safety and the related problems that suggest breakdowns in processing controls. Recalls tied to foreign objects often point to gaps in plant maintenance or inspection, a loose piece of machinery, a broken seal, or insufficient metal detection checks. When the plant systems that stop tiny hazards fail, they can also fail on time, temperature controls, and sealing procedures that prevent bacterial growth. For people on blood pressure meds with weaker immune systems or with dental issues that make chewing hard items risky, a single defective can is a real and immediate threat. There's another layer: can linings and chemicals. Independent testing and watchdog reports have repeatedly shown
the can linings.
Many canned foods carry BPA-based epoxy resins in their linings. BPA and related compounds are under scrutiny because of links in some studies to hormone effects and higher chemical burdens in people with impaired clearance. For seniors on multiple medications or with reduced kidney function, minimizing extra chemical exposures is a reasonable precautionary step. Even if a can is physically intact, what's in the lining matters, especially if you eat canned vegetables every day. How these issues show up at the table. A can that looks fine but contains a tiny sharp fragment could cause a chipped tooth or internal cut.
All I'm saying is this: we got to be more diligent if we can look for recalls, if we can be more on point about things. Nothing is perfect. Yeah, I guess they being vague about certain things as well, probably repronouncing a lot of sodium in this, a lot of this and that. How about it's the fact that there is a lot of sodium in this and a lot of this and that. We just didn't know it.
Can with compromised seal or poor processing might bulge or smell off. Classic red flags. For seniors, the symptoms after contaminated food can be more severe. Dehydration, fever, or hospital visits happen more often and with worse outcomes. If you see a dented lid, swelling, or any odd smell, don't take the chance. That trusted brand is no longer trustworthy that day. Practical senior-focused tips. Always inspect the can. No bulges, no deep dents at the seam. Check the lot code.
Now you guys did notice that we did say the name of the brand. They're now telling you what to check, the lot code, the dates, and all of that information, as much as we can give you guys. We're not giving out vague information, even if some people think that they are. Still need to know about certain procedures and how we need to look into things. Look at overall situations and not just things to a small scope.
And the supplier's recall page if you have older cans, and avoid eating directly from suspect cans. If your pantry includes recalled lot numbers, return them or discard them per the retailer's guidance. If you buy canned veg often, rotate to BPA-free brands, or choose frozen veg, which often carries fewer lining chemical concerns and is generally processed under strict freezing controls rather than hermetic can seals. Do you ever check the can seams and lot codes before you open a can? Share one time you found a dent or odd smell. What did you do?
Exactly. Somebody know what they're talking about, Lisa Roy. Isn't that BPA the stuff that gets released into food when it gets heated? Like they tell us, don't reheat plastic containers. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much. That's what it is.
Tiny label can hide a broken process. When a can fails at the plant, it's your shelf and your health that pay the price. Del Monte once stood for reliability, but recent foreign object recalls and the general problem of chemical linings mean this kitchen staple is one to inspect and question before popping open. Coming in at number 8, we've got Green Giant Sweet Corn, the golden kernels that promise garden fresh sweetness, but have a history of
Chevy trucks bring big time power. So
and look up this stuff, you guys. Don't just take their word for it. Look it up.
The world's
Google
longest lasting protection.
You don't believe them? I don't believe them. Look it up. I actually did, though. I just want you to be convinced.
Packaging and processing recalls you shouldn't ignore. The site is innocent. Bright yellow kernels glistening in syrupy brine. A spoonful that looks like summer. The betrayal hides in manufacturing reports. Canned corn and sweet corn products have been subject to underprocessing recalls in the past, including canned corn underprocessing events that forced companies to pull product over botulism risk. Green Giant itself has been part of recall notices in some markets, notably in past UK packaging fault recalls, and corn products across the industry are periodically recalled for sealing or processing problems that can lead to bacterial or spoilage risk. Those past incidents show that canned corn isn't immune to the fundamental failure modes of canning.
I don't know what fool it is that's eating food straight out of a can. I mean, that's the last thing you do. If people are doing that, you are super lazy. Not only can it burst on you, but just because of the BPA. People eating out the can, warming up the can. Where you out in the wilderness somewhere, eating in front of a campfire? Oh man, let's keep on going, y'all.
Libbys cut green beans, the humble can that promises crisp, tender beans, and sometimes leaves customers wondering what went wrong. You fork a string tender bite and expect a mild green snap. The betrayal shows up as smell and texture. Some shoppers report metallic or off odors in opened cans. Inspection and recall history around canned green beans across several manufacturers shows that when processing fails, green beans have been part of botulism-related recalls in the past.
Botulism. Y'all see that plastic lining on the inside of that can right there? Why would you want to warm that up and have your food next to it? It's bad enough it's been sitting in that can for Lord knows how and tastes like your keys or just a spoon when it touches your tooth.
That's not always Libbys specifically. It's an industry pattern, but a brand you trust can still be caught up if plant-level processing slips. Recent recalls of canned green beans produced for major retailers demonstrate that even large producers can ship product with foreign object or processing problems. Why seniors must take this seriously. 6, we've got Progresso organic carrots, an organic label that should mean careful farming, but doesn't guarantee a clean supply chain. The can looks wholesome, orange coins bobbing in light syrup or water. The betrayal isn't always visible on the shelf. It lives in supply chain problems that led to major recalls of organic carrots in recent years. A large multi-state E. coli 0121 outbreak.
So you really have to go to the lots to find out where this carrot came from. Is it a part of that lot that was contaminated? And these lots come out a lot contaminated. Why? Because it's not a lot from the company. It's from where they're getting the produce from. So if they find out that the produce is contaminated, then they got to let out these recalls. And then the food is already on the counter in the store, in Poppy's store for like 30 years, and you going in there getting the can of corn from Goya, wiping it off, don't even know something wrong with it.
Race to organic carrots produced by a major supplier forced dozens of brands and lots to be recalled. Investigators found the pathogen in carrots sold to retailers and repackagers, and public health agencies urged consumers to check their refrigerators. That outbreak is a clear example that organic doesn't prevent bacterial contamination if fields, equipment, or processing lines become contaminated. For seniors, E. coli and other bacteria aren't trivial. Infections can cause severe dehydration, kidney strain, and in extreme cases, hemolytic uremic syndrome, HUS, a condition that can lead to kidney failure. Older adults are at higher risk of complications from foodborne infections than younger healthy people.
And there you go. Let's get into what we can possibly eat.
Value. Walmart's store brand and other store brands have appeared in multiple frozen and canned vegetable recalls over recent years. In 2024 to 2025, a string of recalls affected frozen and packaged vegetable medleys. Some items carried risk of E. coli, listeria, or foreign objects. Several major retailer lists and FDA notices named store brand items among affected lots. That pattern matters. Budget brands buy through third-party packers, and if a supplier or plant has a lapse, many retailers' store brands across the country can be pulled at once. For seniors who rely on low-cost pantry staples, one packing error can spread across a lot of homes. Second, inspection and packaging problems. Frozen and canned medleys are processed in high volumes. When a plant has a control deficiency, a missed sanitation step, a broken metal detector, or poor cold chain handling, all products from a run may be affected. Recent FDA and manufacturer notices show that contaminated vegetable medleys often result from such lapses, not from a single bad farm.
There you go. Let's get into it.
More for a brand with stronger safety records? A cheap bag of mixed vegetables shouldn't mean cheap safety controls. When a third-party plant slips, your pantry pays the price. Great value can save dollars, but repeated recalls across store brand vegetables make this a risky go-to for seniors who need stable, safe food every day. If you rely on it, double-check lot numbers and recall pages. At number 2, we've got Kroger canned peas, garden fresh messaging that's been tripped up by supplier recalls, foreign objects, and processing failures. A spoonful should be sweet and soft. The betrayal shows up in supplier recalls that have hit peas again and again.
I want to make sure you guys are getting these other guys to make sure that we're not going
Millionaire for life.
I don't want to buy this food just because it's cheap. That's why I want you to see even the cheap guys, those are the ones you really got to look out for. Because they're not even on top of who they're getting their vegetables from. And they're really getting them from poor places that's not really having any sort of regulatory on their vegetables.
Trusted tin into a hazard. I checked public recall databases and major news reports for Chef's Quality specifically and found no widely published recall under that exact brand name. However, the food safety problems tied to canned green beans are very real and documented across multiple brands. Recent large recalls of canned green beans, for example, nearly 200,000 cans of a major retailer's green beans pulled for possible foreign object contamination, show how easily a trusted pantry staple can become unsafe. Why this matters more for seniors. First, older adults often take multiple prescription medications and may be more sensitive to even small additional chemical or metal exposures. A rusty can or a corroded interior can allow metal ions to leach into food. While trace iron isn't always toxic, cans with heavy corrosion or interior flaking can raise the chance of tin or other metal contamination that irritates the gut or interferes with health. Rotate stock frequently, choose no salt added varieties, and prefer brands with clear recall transparency and alternative linings. Have you opened a can and noticed a metallic smell or a bulge? Tell us the brand and what you did. Toss, return, or risk it and cook. A shiny premium can in your pantry can hide a plant failure. And for older bodies, that failure is not a small problem. Chef's Quality might sound like a safe premium choice, but canned green beans as a category have real recall history and rust lining risks. If it looks, smells, or feels wrong, don't eat it. And when possible, switch to frozen or a brand with BPA-free, clearly labeled linings. Now, let's take a closer look at the two canned options that are generally considered safer for seniors and why they stand out compared to many other brands on the shelf. First, Eden organic beans are a smart choice because the company has been ahead of the curve when it comes to safer can linings. Since 1999, Eden Foods has used a BPA-free oleoresinous lining, which is a plant-based resin, instead of the epoxy linings that contain bisphenol A. BPA is known to act as a low-level endocrine disruptor, and while a single serving from a regular may not cause harm, long-term exposure can increase risks, especially in older adults who may already be managing hormonal or
You got to think about it. If you've been eating canned food for a while, you already got a lot of metals in you.
Metabolic issues. By avoiding that common chemical, Eden reduces an unnecessary risk factor. Another advantage of Eden beans is that they are all certified organic, which means the beans are grown without synthetic pesticides or chemical preservatives.
That is EDEN, the company, EDEN.
The ingredient lists are simple, usually just beans and water, and many of their products are either no salt added or very low in sodium. For seniors, this makes a big difference because excess sodium can raise blood pressure and strain the kidneys. Choosing Eden beans is not only about avoiding chemicals, but also about keeping meals straightforward and easier on the body. If you use them regularly, it's important to read labels carefully to pick the low sodium or no salt options.
Also, do yourself a favor from now on. I mean, just randomly sometimes, if you're gonna go to the store and buy the canned good, you got a phone right in your hand. You can actually probably hit the label yourself and see if there's been a recall on it. Or maybe you can actually even look up the name. You know what? Del Monte, green beans. Any recalls on this anytime soon? You can even ask Chat GPT. We gotta start using our tools to be safer about stuff. Somebody said, well, how am I gonna know? How are we gonna know? Believe it or not, use Chat GPT. I bet you should be able to tell you when that can was made, what lot it was from and everything, tell you the history of everything. Use Chat, because I'd be damned if I don't, for everything. I be talking to people, hold on a minute. Yeah, Chat said this, that's right. I don't put like the law on it to make sure it's like end all, say all, but for information and to keep us up to date on what's going on, I definitely like to use Grok. I think it's Grok or Grom. I like that better than Chat. It's a little more gangster, a little more grungy. Let's get on over to Chicago right now, you guys. We got a little more to get into because it ain't over. But what I would like for you guys to do is if you appreciate the show, if you appreciate the fact that we're showing you healthy things and alternatives, I would like for you to double tap that screen. And again, do you see why all the more reason for us to go ahead and get our Justice for All packages going and to make our own foods and to get our own vegetables and things going? This is not going to take that much space up at all. You can make a whole plant, a tomato tree out of this. You can make a whole green bean tree out of it. And the fact of the matter that you made it and you can trust it, I bet it tastes better than anything else that you ever thought about making. And even if you don't get that one, get your own. You got to know of a choice, you guys. And don't say, oh, I don't got the space. Found ways to do it on a windowsill, on a little shelf area, little areas that I found that I can do too. So I even don't have no excuse. Yeah, right. Let's get it together, you guys. We got to take care of ourselves. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We do this every single day. And we're trying to get up to 70,000 subscribers by today. Let's see if I'm asking for too much. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. DHS releases photos of a disputing woman who claims that she was being held by ICE. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. ICE, ICE, baby. Get him! Now, why you lie on them like that? Because come to find out, we was watching the cameras, and they come to find out that you were only there for an hour. Are you trying to make up some noise that really didn't happen, lady? Hey, lady, don't do stuff like that. That's not good. Because guess what? They said that she was taken from O'Hare, taken to Wisconsin. Come to find out, she's not even in the country. Let's see how real this story is right here. Because her sister was able to show up now, but she wasn't nowhere around.
Customs and Border Protection released these images of who they say is 28-year-old Sunny Nakvi entering customs after her Turkey flight landed Thursday morning at 10:46 a.m. They claim this next photo shows her leaving an hour later. They say she spent an hour and a half total at the airport, a much shorter amount of time than what elected officials claimed at a press conference Sunday.
She was detained for 30 hours. And that's just completely unacceptable. But
this briefing outside the Broadview ICE Processing Center was to let the public know what happened to Nakvi, but the woman they're talking about was nowhere to be found.
She's here right now. She just doesn't want to be, she doesn't want the spotlight on her.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Sound true.
That's her sister, Sarah Offsel. She says they tracked Nakvi's location last week while she was in custody with federal agents. She says they held Nakvi at O'Hare, then the Broadview Processing Center, and brought her across state lines to an ICE detention facility and jail in Dodge County, Wisconsin. We first asked the Cook County Sheriff's Office about Nakvi. They told us, we can't confirm the Sheriff's Police with the Cook County Sheriff's Department looked for that individual at the Broadview ICE facility, but she was not there. We also asked the Dodge County Sheriff's Office about her. They sent us a statement that reads in part, the Dodge County Sheriff's Office has no record of the individual referenced ever being booked, detained, or released from the Dodge County Jail. Earlier this week, we saw on Nakvi's LinkedIn she worked for SAP, a German-based software company, before she deleted the account. An SAP spokesperson said tonight, Sunny Nakvi is not and was never an SAP employee. None of the ICE detainees from the flight were SAP employees.
Oh, so she was lying about where she worked. Let me take down this LinkedIn thing because I don't want to look bad once I put this story out. Sound more like that, huh?
Employees. Now, we also found that Nakvi pled guilty to making a false police report for a sexual assault case downstate a few years ago. We did try reaching out to her, her family, her attorney. We did hear back from her sister, who says that they do want privacy at this time. We also tried to speak with her alleged co-workers, but have been unable to get in touch. Live in the control room, Marissa Sulek, CBS News.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't think that story is holding weight. I've been around the block a few times. I just don't think so. What do you guys think about this thumbnail right here? Pretty intense, huh? Gotta tell you. Pretty intense. I wish I could just take a picture of that and put it on the wall. Pretty nice. I wonder who made that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen. We got to get on over to where I used to live at. I told you, don't ever do it. Don't ever get caught out there. Stars and stripes are big and bright. If you ever tell me to do that again, come on, y'all. We got to get on over to Dallas, Texas. We got a wild moment where a car smashes right through this barbershop window. And y'all better not laugh, because I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about, too. Don't tell nobody, neither, what Bugatti did at Papados and got embarrassed that time. That's it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Now, at first, you're just hanging out. You're getting a haircut. You're just chilling, not bothering anybody. Lucky you got some camera on for security. Hopefully, we are farmers. Is going to take care of this. Check this out, you guys. Wild moment where a car smashes through the barbershop window. Hello?
You good, bro? Good? Damn.
Is it me you're looking for?
Where you going? Come on, baby. Where you going?
Now I'm tripping because it took them that long to go outside.
Who is it? Call Daddy! Call Daddy! Call Daddy up! Calling 911. Hey, here, hey. You good?
No, you're not good. Hold your neck and get on the floor. What are you doing? No, I'm not good. Oh, my neck and my back. What? Man, listen. Oh, Bugatti not coming on tomorrow, y'all. Sorry. He can't make it in. His neck is hurt. He said his neck and his back is hurting. What? I would have got the Academy Award right there. Oh, I would have fell down and been like, help me, please. I would have been like, oh my God, I can't move. Man, what? And the Academy Award for acting like he got hurt in an accident goes to Bugatti NYC. You damn right I'm cashing out on that one right there. Oh my God, whiplash. No, I wouldn't do that because I got too much work to do. I'd rather be here with you guys, getting tips and giving out starter kits. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen, get those likes up, and we're gonna pray for everybody that was in there. Hopefully nobody in the car got hurt, and we're gonna get as many follow-up stories as we can. Hopefully no one got hurt in that tragic event. But you know how we do it. We gotta keep it moving. And we always go where? Where do we always go? And we wanna make sure that we knock it out the park. We never fail. Anytime you have an issue and you need to get some excitement going on down to Florida, because they never fail. And I'm talking about the people as well as the wildlife. And when I talk about the wildlife, I'm talking about wild goose, geese, these different geese and animals and all types of things. They don't like when you come on their property, especially if you're going to school out there. When you're on like A&M's territory, you ever see the geese on the A&M property? You better not mess with them, because you better be able to kung fu fighting, because even the geese don't play around when it's time to get down. I got something for you guys. I want you to see what's going on right here with these angry birds situation going on right here down at Florida A&M. This bird actually jumped on this lady as she was walking. Watch this goose. I would have been having goose stew that night.
Y'all, I just watched this attack somebody. He just attacked this female that was walking by. I'm talking about jumped on her, pulled her hair and everything. You hear me? That's why nobody want to walk around this. everybody on. Look at. Oh.
Anybody ever see a goose that wants smoke? Ghost like I'm having it today. I'm having all the smoke. Kung Fu Goose.
Aggressive. Everybody gone.
This grass patch is mine right here.
Oh, he is trying to get her.
He timing it. You see how he timing it? Look. See how he timed it and got in the lane?
Don't nobody want to.
You cannot make this up right here, yo. They all laughing, yeah. They all laughing. Look. I'm talking about she went down like 2 times, yo. She went, that was embarrassing. You went viral right there, boo. Oh my God. I had to show you guys that because I thought that was hilarious. And you know how we always do it over here. We got to show you the animals. What y'all thought in running? Jay Wood said, have a blessed day. You know what I'm going to say, right? If y'all trying to make some money, hit that link in the description so that you can make up to $540. How? I put surveys in the link in the description. Also, if you didn't hit that like button already, what are you waiting for? If you have not already subscribed to the show, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. We do this every single day. #1 show on YouTube. Ain't nobody rocking like us because we got the #1 host, your boy Bugatti NYC. I gotta say, give some props real quick. Man in the mood for McDonald's Mac tonight, Angle, there you go. And also my co-host, Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about Miss Swanza. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker. Can't forget about Casey. Can't forget about Liberty and Justice. Also, Jeffrey Spilker. All of the mods, you guys give them some love. Show them a round of applause because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be protected. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show. And guess what? You want to promote on our show? Want to get your promo up in our post notification area? Because it's getting pretty hot in that post notification area. Every time we put something up in there, thousands, hundreds people see that stuff. So if you want to put your promos up in there, like the coffee company, like we did with Pepper the other day with the keychain, and Liberty, still waiting for you to send in your pictures. Want to see what you're able to do with that keychain that you got sent out. And also, hey Liberty, you got one of these coming at you too. I'm not gonna name this after you. and not send you one? Because I want us to be the first people that show and prove for ourselves. That's right. You're going to get this, Liberty. You got your seeds in here. You got your gloves in there. You got your food. I want to see what you can grow, Liberty. And I want you to put the pictures up. Send them to me. We're going to put them up on the post notification area. You guys, that's right. That's how we're going to do that. And guess what? If you guys want to be a part of the raffle, that's going to be coming up probably on one of our shows coming up next week. It's going to be $1 to enter. And you have to put a number next to it. So the buck will go to the super chat. And then the number will be whatever the number will be. And we're going to just pick by numbers. Remember your number, and that's how you'll know if you won or not. Make it really quick and simple. If we can find some sort of digital way to do it, maybe an app or something like that to add on, we'll do that as well. But you guys know we can't stop right there because we got to keep moving forward. If you got a promo you're trying to promote, maybe you got a business, you're a traveling lawn doctor. You could be, I don't know, maybe you do cars, detailing. Do you paint houses? I don't know what you do. Maybe you help out with computers. Send your promos over to us. That's right, at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. One more time, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We'll put your promos up in the post notification area so that everybody, all of our fans, almost 70,000 subscribers, will be able to see your promo. Also, you guys, guess what we're about to do right now? It's not over. It's not over because I got to do this promo right now because we just got another location. They're going to confirm today. Location for what, Bugatti? For the Show Your Talent search. That's right. That's the talent search that we do in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. 14% alcohol, 12-ounce can. All you need is one. Get that cut crap out of here. All you need is Big Drip, and all you need is one out of that 4-pack. And it's only, what, $3.99? Don't know what everybody else is selling for. But when you really want to do it and you really want to taste some flavor, grape, raspberry with a hint of lemon, 14% all grain neutral spirits, you want Big Drip. www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's www.drinkbigdrip.com. Got to be 21 and older. Come to the first page, put your email address right in that email slot right there. We'll be able to keep you updated on where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing. And you already know who's going to be there. Me, my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, on the ones and twos, looking just as beautiful as ever all the time. Also executive producer. That's right, you guys. It's the Show Your Talent search. Now that we broke the weather and New York is ready, we're about to hit the streets. We're about to start getting out there, and hopefully you guys can be a part of it. And again, one person, that's right, one person from online will be able to be a part of the Show Your Talent search. Again, $250 for each person that wins the boroughs. After we get everybody together, we go for that $1,000. That's what that was about right there, just in case you didn't know. Every borough, whoever wins, boom, $250. After we get everybody together, you go compete against each other for the grand. I ain't giving you the grand. It's going to be coming from Big Drip Hard Punch. I ain't got dough like that. They do. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and we can't get out of here until we get our prayers in the air. We thank God for coming together again today. I want to thank God for you guys showing up and making this one of the most exciting days ever, because we made it and we had another chance to be together. And I thank you guys for supporting the show. I want you guys to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and give me all the money in your pockets. I'm going to do something with that. That's like a hook right there. Give me all the money in your pockets, because I do it to say it as a joke, but I just find it so funny. I don't want to say that, but what I really want you guys to do is hit that like button if you ain't got it. I know you ain't got it. I mean to tell you, if you ain't got 5 on it, I understand. If you ain't got 5 on it to give your boy a tip, I understand. Look at that. Sad $5 bill already got a cut in it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. It's rough out there. Tell Trump to do something about this oil, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into these prayers. What we gonna pray for? We're gonna pray for love. We're gonna pray for love, number one. We're going to pray for understanding. We're going to pray for companionship. We want to pray for good health. I want to pray for our family members as well as our animals. And I'm going to pray for every single person that's here. If you're not feeling well, if you're under the weather, if your family's going through it, I want to make sure we get those prayers out there immediately, guys, because your prayers are shared with me and we share them like that with everybody. And the power of prayer is very important. Want to pray for Teddy Marcel. Can't forget about Colosive. Can't forget about angels among us and your family out there. Can't forget about your family, angels. Also want to pray for Patrick. Want to pray for your family as well, Jay Lee. Liberty and justice, thank you so much. And yes, my birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. We're going to be doing it live from St. Patrick's Day Parade. Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Floor Diamonds, thank you so much. Rebecca, we love you and we hope you're doing good. Teddy Marcel. Also, we want to give love to, who's that, Colessive? Okay, we got Marty in here. We got Mary Tanner. I see Floor Diamonds. Liberty and Justice, got to make sure that you're covered, love. Angels Among Us, make sure that your family is doing great. Miggity Pick is too small. What it is, figure the dollars. I don't know, but we still give Miggity love too. Batty Lynn, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Dank Lafino, Dank Nufo. Okay, Ad Range, thank you so much, Ad Range, and I hope your family doing good too. We want to pray for you and your mother and everybody in the family. Adam, can't forget about, who else we got? VG5P, who always shows up and always shows out. Who else we got up in the building right now? DC Firefighter. Thank you so much, DC Firefighter. May you be protected, and we want to pray for you, number one, for being a firefighter and taking care of people and everything that you do, and every firefighter out there. Just so you know what? We love you. That's right. Miggity Mark, Angels Among Us. Can't forget about Winter Rising. Winter Rising, praying for you, your mother, your family, everybody. Hope they get a clean bill of health and get up out that hospital. Make sure you're checking for black and blue marks and stuff like that. I was all over my mom's like she was when I was little. Checking for every little thing. That's right. Dank V. Can't forget about Floor Diamonds, Colessive. Jeffrey Spilker, my brother. Thank you so much for being here, and your family as well. Jonathan Burke, Jay Lee. Who else we got? Tiptoe. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman and your sanctuary. Also want to take care of Amanda, Floor Diamonds, and Make God We Serve. And make sure that's going to be it right there. Can't forget about Teddy and Mega Dog. Thank you so much for popping in so I can get you on here. Rebecca, we love you. Amen. That's right, you guys. We're going to be right back here at 6 o'clock in the morning to do the same thing, amen, and the same channel. 6 o'clock, we're going to be doing trending topics, current events, my antics, the number one family up in the building for YouTube. Give yourselves a round of applause. I keep on telling you guys, there's no me without you. That's right, you guys. Also, you know why? Because if it was, there'd be people knocking on the door, and they won't be using my white jacket that I used in a Paranoid video. They'll be using their own white jacket to get me out of here. Massive love to every single person. Can't wait to see you guys 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll be right here. It's gonna be Friday, and doom, just got paid, doom, Friday night. It seems like the days are just going fast, just going right by us, you guys. But you know what? As long as we got each other, we're going to get through them, no matter what. Let's keep on moving forward. Can't wait to see you guys at 6 o'clock, right here tomorrow on Our Bottom Line. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get 'em! Peace.